is doing a really good job. And Guardian is Guardian, but even if he doesn't like have a the best game of his life, he should still be able to pull up some good frags every once in a while. So I'm always a bit confused. It seems like they've got consistent players. They've got some star power there as well. I don't know if it's like a mental thing or what's up.
I'm a bit confused as well because we seem to have lost Apex. Just as the knife went live, Apex vanished off the server.
Look at this.
But look at that. I mean, talk about the hero.
This is definitely the I had too much vodka look. That's what we've got going on right decisions. Here. Yeah, mistakes were made. Meanwhile, the actual knife round is going live over here. I think they just made a 4 versus 4 knife round because Apex wasn't able to turn up.
That's the thing, man. Guardian, he took one for the team. He was like, okay, because we don't want this to keep going. We don't want to start too late with this match. We're already 8 minutes past the hour. I'll go ahead and suffer the sacrifice here. But so far, I mean, it looks like his team, they're doing him justice. They're honoring him, honoring his sacrifice by basically shanking a bunch of Frenchies.
I don't know what kiyoshima is doing at this point, to be quite honest. He's just running around.
Really, Kyo?
Having a good time.
How long could this keep going for?
This is sad.
There we go.
There we go. I think he ended up being stabbed from 3 different angles as well. So when they finally murdered him, they really did a good job of it. But that means we're going to go into the first match here at the ESCA Pro League. It's Na'Vi and EnVyUs. It's the 3rd week that we're going on here, and Semler and I will be covering it this week. Was yesterday, will be today and tomorrow as well. Having a good time here with some really, really great matches. So Na'Vi, they're going to get start CT side. They go for 3 armor, and then Flamey with the pistol. Actually, he's going to go with an armor as well. So just Zeus able to buy a little bit of utility, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, straight. And whoa, what is that? What happened to Guardian? Did he get dinked? I mean, he got spotted, it seems. He's down to 31 HP. He's just going to get slammed by kiyoshima. Look at this challenge coming in. Edward will find 1 headshot, but kiyoshima with his 2nd kill sees trying to bring it back, and kiyoshima's he's like, okay, if you want to challenge me, I'm going to make you suffer. I'm going to make you pay for it. He's got 3 frags in the pistol round.
I think that might have been a teammate that shot Guardian in the back of the face there, because that's the only explanation that could come up with. Otherwise, I think a Glock would have maybe done a bit more damage than MBK. Gonna shut down Zeus. kiyoshima now, triple kill on him. And Flamey very much alone and has been spotted outside the B-bomb site. So it's just generally in a bit of an awkward position. There's a nice jump up from Happy there.
Quick zoom on his gun.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to pick up the... Oh, which gun was it?
Too late. I wanted to see the new kill confirmed. That's from the Shadow Dagger's case. He's got that USP. No, we don't care about your bayonet.
This one?
There we go. Look at that. He knows. He knows. He knows we're looking. Thank you, Flamey. It's even got a Phoenix on the back.
Not bad, not bad. On the other side, Kenny has picked up a Scout, and EnVyUs, they win the pistol round. They're going to be off to a comfortable start here. No one's going to challenge on the Na'Vi side, which is a bit interesting. I mean, this is a team that could definitely have gone for, 1 or even 2 Scouts, even though they didn't get any kills. So actually, could they? No, they couldn't have.
Whoa, there's a change of style here for Na'Vi. No force up from them. It's just no Kevlar. It's just that they've made a minimal investment in pistols. 700 made, or 500 rather, for Flamey now. Got that Deeg. He's looking to put it to good use. But NBK is going to basically get the punish. And this is why you have teams that are still hesitant about not going for that investment on Kevlar. Is because NBK can get 3 kills with an SMG, make $1,800 bonus on top of the win bonus money. So, look at that, 5,300 at the beginning of the round already after the 2nd round for NBK, just because he got 3 kills with the SMG. And now, well, Envy, they're also getting that idea okay, if you're not investing in Kevlar, we're just going to hold on to these. We're going to see if we can farm some more.
Yeah, why not? I mean, this is a solid choice for them, I feel like. 1-8K is a bit scary, but on a map like Dust 2, you should be able to find enough information anyway on the Terror side here that you can figure out where the stack is going to be. And Happy here, grenade going to be right at the edge. They almost all run into it, but Happy still goes down. And that's a good kill coming out from Zeus here. They will obviously get the B-bomb site, so I feel like Kenny should also be able to find a little space here in the middle of the map, but nice start from Na'Vi in this round.
YOLO. Kenny gets 1, Kenny gets 2, a little bit of the AD, but yeah, this is where you're just terrified if you're Na'Vi. You've given so much money over to Envy to begin with. Apex finds another kill with an SMG. That's 4 kills with the SMG that round. And yeah, Kenny, he's going to be up to 7 grand. He's got his AWP, no problem at all. That's, yeah, that was definitely a bit scary for Na'Vi, really.
And Guardian is going to have his. Kenny on the other side. Can we
stay?
Can we confirm?
Do they stay on the SMGs?
That is completely nuts, isn't it?
I mean, they might pay for that. Guardian not going to be able to hit the shot early on. He was taking that peek, though. So Kenny getting a little bit of info there for his teammates. But, I mean, they have to go close quarters here, Envy. Where are they going to be able to take this fight? If they go outside along, Na'Vi can make good use of the rifles that they have. They can just force them to take these long-range duels that are going to make everything just very difficult for Envy. So I'm not too pleased with this. I mean, it may turn into some kind of cat push or B split, just so they can get close quarters, try and get up on top of somebody.
Yeah, I think this is that French, bravado again here, Sumner. I think they're just so confident they're going to win this match. They don't even want to pretend to respect Na'Vi in this context here. This is definitely a bit of a crazy idea, but it might just work out for them.
Well, there we go. Flashes up Cat, but they are going to be wrapping back around. They're going to drop down into CT. Zeus annihilates Apex. Flamey, though, going to be able to pick up one. And Kenny, long range with that MAC-10. They line up as well for Seized, but he can't get much more. And now it's going to be down to 2 players remaining here for Envy. They've got 2 rifles to work with, but a backstab is coming in, and it's perfectly timed by Edward. He catches out Kenny before he can make his way up onto Cat with that bomb.
And Happy's already heard one guy running into CT spawn, so he has a read on one person on the team. He knows there's a guy top mid as well. So he's got a little bit of room to work with, but only about 30 seconds here, and that's the big problem. He just doesn't have the time to try and clutch this. Knight headshot on one, going to jump up. He gets a second one on Flamey as well, and now it's a 1 versus 1, 20 seconds, and he is going to try and make his way up. Catwalk Guardian down in CT spawn, and is he going to realize here? 15 seconds and the smoke is going to go up, so now Guardian knows, but hard for him to find an angle. He sees the top of Happy's face, and he's going to be close with the AWP. Could go for a jump here. 5 seconds as the bomb goes down, and Happy gets shot down mid-air. What a shot here from Guardian, and that's going to be Na'Vi just barely winning the round.
Talk about clutch. Guardian misses that shot. He's a dead man 100%, and Happy has a 1v3 clutch win for Envy. But they still make it so very expensive for Na'Vi. This might all be according to plan as well for Envy. There's like, so long as we get kills. As long as we make it expensive. I mean, I don't know if they're that meta, but that's an option, because now Na'Vi are going to have to spend all of their money re-equipping. They're not going to have a dime to their name. If Envy win this round, Na'Vi's first half is going to be in shambles. They aren't going to have anything to go off of.
Well, I mean, they're certainly in a position to be able to do something about it here. Kenny with the AWP, not going to take the peek quite yet. Sort of waiting to see if Guardian would try and sneak in there. And he is down in the middle with the AWP on the other side, so Kenny's got to be a little bit careful. And look at the push coming into Upper Dark here as Flamey picks up a headshot on NBK. That makes for a very good start indeed.
Whoa, and Seized takes out Apex. I thought Seized would be dead for sure, but he actually manages to win that duel. That was so key. If he had lost that duel, if Seized goes down, then all the advantage that Na'Vi managed to get with that upper B push just evaporates. It's gone. A 4-on-4 will favor Envy because they're on the offense. They're going to be able to hit that site with less defenders. This is... Q, he might be a little miffed about that. Turns away as the man crosses over. But now, once again, Envy, they're behind in the round. They have to try and find a way to make this stick.
See, looks like the choice is for a B push, which might have been great, except for the fact that Edward is now occupying top mid, which is going to make it really tough, I think, on the Envy players to try and get anything done in the middle. It's going to be a kill, but Kenny will open up in this bomb site, and now question is, can they hold on? Flamey is holding in the back of site here, and he's going to pick up a headshot. It's all on Kenny, and Flamey will shut him down for the triple kill. And Kenny just sat down in that corner.
Man, he's just like, I don't know what to do. He's got his arms out like, I don't know. He's shrugging, There's only so much I can do, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just a demigod.
Not fully god. Just
he's not yet part of the pantheon. But we'll let Kenny off this time. We'll see if he can actually open up strong. There's going to be 2 guys jumping across, and he spots both of them. So at least he gets the info for his team. But he doesn't see that third man. He was waiting for Guardian to go for the peak. But Na'Vi this time around, they've shifted up their defense. They're going for something much more passive until they can figure out if Envy have had enough money to go for a full buy or if they're in some kind of forced buy scenario. I mean, this is Na'Vi adjusting for Envy because Envy, they're so dangerous with Tech 9s. Na'Vi don't want to be in any situation where they're just going to get rushed down by a full-on Tech 9 push.
Yeah, and they feel like that might be coming as well, and we'll see if it's going to be the case. Na'Vi did survive with a couple of members that last round, so there is a chance, I think, that the Envy team might not be forcing up immediately. If Na'Vi get another good round out here, then they're not going to be just, right on the brink of an eco. Maybe Seized will have a little bit low, but if 4 or 5 members survive here for Na'Vi, it's going to be decent anyway. Defense on the other side, Zeus playing on the ramp, and Guardian here, which is going to be the key player with the AWP.
And he's getting flashed. That smoke is down. It's buying a lot of time. He's going to be able to spot the first, but NBK's there, prepared, ready to hold that angle. And Zeus is still alive, but he's kind of blocked off. He looks like he tried to push through, and Kiyoshima's ready and waiting for him. There's still a man alive at long, though, and this might throw them off. But Edward, he's pushed so far. He's pushed aggressively so far. So, Envy, they have to know that he's around. And Kiyoshima, is he going to check the score? Yes, he spots the gun barrel. He spots the gun barrel, and Edward can't get anything out of it.
Wow, that seemed like it should have been a big opening. If they got that kill, Edward, it would have been 3 versus 3, and maybe they could have gone for a full retake, but now you can kind of tell it's all falling apart here as Seized is holding in CT spawn, just hoping to get a couple of exit frags. He's going to get one. Happy nearby, jumping up on the box. Going to go for a bit of an improvised flash over, and Seized, for some reason, getting flashed in. I have no idea what Happy's doing. How has he not got this kill yet? It's going to be the bomb to finish it. That was really weird. Is he just playing with Seized?
Yeah, I think so. He's like, if I keep him in CT, he did the damage. I don't know, man. That would be Happy. That would be. I could believe that from Happy. And he's just like, you know what? I know you're dead anyway. I'm gonna toy with you, like a cat with a mouse.
Yeah, it could have been something like that. Well, Na'Vi, because they didn't win the round, and I mean, that economy that they had started to build, it's now completely destroyed. They needed to win the round, and they even needed to have a couple of members alive. Envy gonna go a little bit faster towards the bomb site, but they do kind of stop before they make it all the way there, and there's a bit of a stack going on in the middle, but B is definitely lost already.
Yeah, Kenny finds that opening pick. It looks like Flamey was trying to peek into Upper Dark to get info. Zeus trying to find the shot, and he will get the headshot onto NBK. Solid work, and there it is, Seized. He pounces on that opportunity, but he will get backstabbed. Doesn't matter, he still manages to take out Happy. All in all, a pretty good eco round, considering they get 2 kills out of that situation.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, especially with the bomb going down so easily, it could have been one of those rounds where you can't really do anything. Right now, 5-2 lead for Envy. They are off to a really good start. I feel like Guardian has been a little bit absent so far. 1 kill and 5 deaths. Yeah. He needs to do more, I reckon.
Well, they've done it. I mean, at least from that one round where Guardian tried to play from cars, right? They've done a very good job of trying to cancel him out. The flash, the smoke, Guardian not really able to have an impact. He just keeps getting focused down by Envy, which makes a lot of sense, right? Get rid of Guardian because he's, I mean, to use some Dota LoL terminology, right? He's the hard carry.
Yeah. And now they've completely switched their setup now. They've got Guardian playing in that B-bomb site and Zeus in the middle here, trying to see if he can take the fight. He got the kill, but that grenade only does 1 damage. Seized is going down as well. He used to play B, but now him and Flamey got relegated to defending middle instead, and they decided to just leave Guardian over there, which might have been a great choice. They are, in fact, trying to see if they can get in here. So now he's going to have a chance to really prove himself. Ready in the back of the site, but Kenny sees it. I think he did actually manage to stand up, but it almost looked like that was a jumping shot, and it's going to be a lost round here for Na'Vi.
And the steps out. You already have Kiyoshima out and hunting, holding on lower dark. Zeus has taken a lot of damage. He's got to back off, play it safe, get back over to long pit, and he will be able to make that. Edward is trying to look and see if he can't find an exit frag over in upper dark. He might get lucky with a shot here pretty soon. Pretty surprised that he puts himself in a situation where he could lose his gun, though, considering Na'Vi, you know, they're backing off to save weapons. He will survive, though. Actually, nicely done there, taking out Kenny. That's actually a very expensive one. Luckily, NBK is immediately going to be able to pick up the AWP, but now Kenny has given an AWP to Edward, so killing Guardian doesn't have that much of an impact anymore.
Yeah. I mean, so the setup that they were going for this time around, because previously what they've had is very simple, where they've had Guardian over here and then 2 people in pit as the orb is lost. And then they had Seized and Flamey here, and then they've had, you know, so Guardian has been able to roam around where he wants at this stretch here. What they did this time is having Guardian alone on the B-bomb site, and then they had one person playing middle, and I think Seized and Flamey went catwalk instead. So they simply tried to sort of be a very aggressive, very heavy mid-control, which is just not a bad idea, but once they lose the entry frags, it doesn't really matter anymore. They're in a very bad spot, Na'Vi.
I'm actually quite surprised, and we have a bit of a pause coming in here as well. So I'm wondering if this isn't you know, Starks calling for attack pause. We have to remind everybody as well that leadership has changed over on Na'Vi's side. That Starks is the one calling the shots for the team. It's no longer Zeus. So that's something to consider. I mean, you may have those just, at least on CT side, we're seeing some pretty some good variety out of the way that they're trying to hold, and there seems to be some thought as well trying to play against Envy's strengths. The fact that Envy love to go for force buys, get those Tech 9s, and just how like they're so dangerous with those Tech 9s. When that was a risk, Na'Vi played very passively so that they wouldn't have to be worried about getting running headshot.
Yeah.
You know, so we can see that there's a method to how Starks is setting things up here, but when it's just coming down to the aim fights, they aren't really managing to pull it off. Jesus, 1,000 yards there.
I think it could get, no, it's CT models could get even more creepy. But Yeah, you're right. Navi trying to see if they can come up with a possible defense that's going to sort of make it a little bit easier on them. But it really feels like you also got to get a little bit of credit to Envy, because even when they've been running into Guardian over here when he was down on the slope, they made absolutely sure to throw enough, smoke down on the corner here, make sure they had to get into an uncomfortable position, and then MBK sort of shut him down. But they've made life really hard on Guardian, and if you want to defeat Navi, that's usually a good way of going about it. Even on a map like this one, where there should be so many options for using the AWP, they haven't really been able to yet.
Yeah, and even, well, like we saw in the last round, Guardian trying to be clever, trying to hold this. He's waiting basically for Envy to overcommit, and then Kenny, so thorough, just lands the shot. Even when Guardian was pre-aiming that spot, Kenny jumping up still manages to win it. Nice tag on a Guardian. The gap shot down to 5 HP. That might influence Envy. Yeah, they are kind of charging towards that B site. They're taking a bit of an aggressive stance over there. The HE was there in case Guardian tried to get aggressive, but still, Flamey is going to be the one looking to do the damage.
Well, Apex going to get the one kill. Flamey, as you said, and doing some good damage. And if he had handed one more headshot, then it could have been really interesting. NBK doing a lot of work and picking off Zeus as well. And Edward going to be dropped. That's now 3 headshots for NBK and Seas to go down, even though he did great damage to Happy early on. It wasn't enough for the round, or even for the kill there. So 7-2, and Envy just going to continue on this path.
They're just slamming Navi right now. And this has got to be a really frustrating for Navi as well, considering how well they did versus Virtus Pro yesterday, where it was pretty much the opposite. Although that was more, they started on T side Navi. They clearly had an idea on their Mirage, and they were just doing work. Right now, this CT side, I mean, it's quickly escaping them. Yeah, and there again, Kenny, back-to-back rounds where he's managed to gap someone, take Flamey down to 19.
Well, Seized and Flamey, who is on 19 health. Again, back to the B bomb site. Guardian up in A. This time they've got Zeus, the more mobile player, has to cover both catwalk and also middle here. So try to see if you can do a good job. Edward stuck down on long. Very common, very basic setup here. I think a lot of this is, especially if they push catwalk, it's going to have to come down to just Guardian picking up some good entry frags.
Let's see, Zeus is in a bit of a clever spot, but Kenny, he's got the idea, and Zeus still manages to get that kill, but Apex right behind him, jumps, manages to trade that frag effectively, but Guardian does manage to come back into it and take out Happy in the meantime, so it's still a little touch and go here for Envy, but they're so light on nades, Na'Vi. They don't really have a whole lot. They have to kind of face, they kind of have to look for these duels, and if they're going to get slapped like this, Apex, he spots out Seized. What was Seized doing?
But now the problem is Flamey is going to be alone here, and he's already down to 19. He drops on Kiyoshima, coming through the smoke, and Guardian hoping to catch somebody crossing, but not an easy shot to hit. Edward around T's horn, but yeah, there we see Flamey getting tagged in the first seconds of the round. It comes back at the end to really make life difficult for him.
Well, that's really surprising to see. Well, now we have to see, well, what can they do past this? Edwards once again waiting at top mid. This is a bit more of an unconventional spot, so we'll see if Envy catch on to this. But Guardian, it's going to be Kiyoshima taking the fight, and now a little bit of a crossfire. Kiyoshima knows that he can't back up. Edward is holding top mid. He takes out Apex into the 2-on-2. They're still trying to hunt here, NBK. They definitely should. If they can get any of these guns off of Na'Vi, it would be huge.
Yeah, and the money on Envy's, for them to lose a couple of thousand to buying, a new AK or an armor, and it doesn't really matter. They're up 8-2. They're going to be fine.
Oh, did you see the early strat there? They went for double AWP on Envy's side. Happy and Kenny both. Kenny's been so good at gapping people.
For long.
Yeah.
So you got to wonder if that's what prompted that particular buy. He's running for it as well.
Oh, and this is so clever. If Kenny takes a shot and draws their attention mid, Na'Vi, yeah, exactly. They might not expect it, but Guardian is mid. Or rather, Guardian went long and Seized as well with the double AWP play. That is sick. Envy just got pulled up. I mean, they just got pulled out.
That is very interesting. So, fight fire with fire and all that stuff. Double up to beat double up. And it worked exactly opposite as what we were just talking about. Because I thought the same thing was going to happen. Reveal you have the op still in T-spawn. Anyone playing long might be just conned into thinking, oh, it's not going to be that big a deal then. Seized up here in the window, shots down, Apex, excellent kill, and Zeus coming through the middle as well. It's going to be NBK picking up one kill, but Zeus hardly even touches the ground before he lands that shot. Now it's all on Kiyoshima, 1 versus 5. He has the bomb, but not much else, and he can still accomplish so much in a round like this. But obviously, Guardian shutting him down means he can't, but if he got a couple of kills here, it'd be so rough on Na'Vi.
They save both AWPs as well, Na'Vi, even with Seized getting killed. 2 kills for Seized, 2 kills for Guardian. That's a huge payoff. And Seized, yeah, he's going to be able to drop an M4 for Flamey, get reasonably well equipped. Oh, yeah, that was a nice shot by Seized. Bit surprised that Apex wasn't able to do more damage to him there. It's almost like an afterthought. Let's see. Kenny, again with the gap. Doesn't spot them going across this time, though. And this is so scary with that smoke right on the edge.
Now look who's playing close on Catwalk. Guardian down here, flashed out and instantly forced back, and they must have seen him as well because a couple of shots rang out there. So already that part of the plan has to be foiled, but it will be Kenny going down to 22 health here and a bit of a return damage on Seized, not too much though. Again up on Catwalk, they're going to put Zeus instead. So look at just the movement on Na'Vi. They're really rotating a lot of players around, trying to see if they can confuse Envy.
They really, I mean, yeah, exactly. And they've got that long presence as well. Still focus on A here for Na'Vi. They're going to be able to rotate Guardian back around onto that A site. Yeah, he gets that flash in. Perfectly timed flash. Still, Zeus manages to make it out alive. They trade pretty much on HP, but NBK dies to Seized over on that B side, and it looks like Envy are trying to shift things up. They pulled this off earlier where they tried to make Na'Vi think it was going to be an A play, and then they go back through mid up towards that B site, but they need to find a kill.
Oh, Envy, they're going to be running through the edge of that smoke, but Zeus and Flamey, they've got a crossfire set up here. They just need to survive a little bit. Flamey taking the first fight. Zeus, where is he? Finally shooting him in the back. That smoke covering a bit too much. Kenny trapped, and Guardian is going to take him down. And now Happy coming out through the middle here to take a 1 kill on Zeus, but he's only got 20 seconds left and will not win that fight against Guardian. It's going to be a double kill instead. And Na'Vi slowly starting to crawl back in here. It's now a couple of rounds on the road for them. And look here, they survived with 3 and 4 members. That's really good stuff.
And we should see a force buy out of... oh, we don't see a force buy out of Envy. Restraint? What is this?
So it's a whole new thing for this team.
What a concept. They don't go for the force. They're actually just going to go for the straight-up YOLO rush, it looks like.
They've got the Deagles, right? Everyone, you know, simultaneously disappointed that Happy hasn't picked up a Deagle, but honestly, Kiyoshima and NBK have been known for a long time as well to be really good with those pistols, and there's Apex, in fact, shutting down Flamey in that bomb site. Seized playing right in the doorway, and they've also got Guardian here.
Yeah, wallbang in from Seized. He could get the job done with the P250 as well. He's going to be the last man here on this B side. Backstab is coming in from Happy, but he's going to be a little bit too late. Unless he can catch out the man in mid, but it doesn't pan out for him. Edward gets caught, and then the shank from Seized. Okay, then.
Stabbed in the back, but what an expensive round. 3 people getting killed. That's more than it was when they actually had rifles here. You can see 4, 3, 2. So I mean, it's going to be 1 next time, and then Envy winning the...
And then none.
Oh. That'd be a nice sequence. I would like that.
I don't think the Na'Vi fans are going to like that, though, bro. I mean, this is still a pretty good... Well, that was some sick movement. Just aggression out of Guardian. Kind of leaves you speechless when you see him play like that. He's so fast. But then Seized tries to go for the aggressive peek, and Kenny brings it right back for his team.
And Kenny spawned close to B, so he ran straight there. Flamey jumping up on the plateau. I don't think he realized that Kenny was right at the edge of the smoke, but look who's in T spawn. It's going to be Edward, while Zeus is still playing CT spawn. So now they've got them kind of sandwiched in here, but Edward still has a lot of people to kill, and they're ready and waiting for him as well. He sprays down one, and they will get the refrag, which is going to leave Zeus alone over here. He has an HE grenade, which could definitely kill Kenny if put down right, and in the middle, it'll be Flamey to pick up 1 frag there.
Yeah, they're starting to run out of nades. I mean, they still have a good count, but then Flamey takes out Kenny. Kenny, again, this is when you just have to have that belief in yourself to get the job done. He takes that challenge versus Flamey, doesn't win it, though, so now NBK really in a bit of a tight spot. There is a man up on Cat, though, Zeus, right on the edge, and NBK is just waiting for him to get impatient, to come down here. Oh, no, the timing! The timing! NBK had the right idea, but he swaps to the flash at the last second, and Zeus gets a freebie.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to kind of ruin any chances of a clutch, obviously. A bit unfortunate that we're moving to the 15th round here with a scoreline of 8 and 6, and that's now 4 rounds in a row for Na'Vi. I mean, it's got to feel good, but maybe also a little bit disappointing that you couldn't start this pretty good cluster of rounds earlier on, because then you could have had a really good first half as it is. I think if this finishes 8-7, we actually weirdly will end up with a fairly even game, but it certainly looked in the beginning like Envy were just crushing Na'Vi.
Yeah, Guardian with a great read. He knows the situation. He decides to go for the aggressive peek through the smoke. That's, again, just like experience, knowing what's up with your opponents. The flash into long from Edward. He's not going to find anybody, though. Happy, pretty grateful that he's probably sitting on the other side, because that would have been a free kill for Edward, considering how that flash worked out.
And MBK being a little bit of a noisy player in the middle while they're setting up for a catwalk push here through the smoke. And on the other side, there are two people holding the bomb site. This is going to be a really tough round for Envy, and Guardian and Zeus opening up with a couple of kills here. Guardian getting one more in, and now it's all up to Happy. This was just the perfect setup for Na'Vi to deal with what was coming. Happy all alone, and with the Galil full weapons as well. Not the best for it. Going to try with a flashbang out, but Zeus will shut him down, and Na'Vi going to pick up a 7th round here. So obviously, if you have two people playing like this, and they even had a third guy playing long, so technically, at some point you're going to run into, I guess when you curve this corner here, the people from site and the people who are playing long are all going to have some pretty good shots at you. So it's going to be really rough.
That's the main risk, and that's why you always have to have those flashes to try and create the opportunity. If you can't take advantage of those flashes, and during that space of time where Na'Vi will be flashed, a guy holding at car, for example, you need to be able to kill that guy on a slope. If you can't do that, if Guardian can pull a peekaboo like that and jump up on the box and pick one of your guys off, that's where the whole thing is just going to fall apart. But that's also, I mean, it's just, these guys are such hard fraggers. Like, if you give them that chance, just look at what Guardian is capable of. You give them that chance, and they're going to take advantage of it. Now, well, we should be looking at a pretty solid scoreline for Guardian, at least. He started off really cold, but towards the end of that first half, once they started getting some rounds on the board, he definitely started to have a bit more of an impact there for his team, getting 9 kills in the remaining, what, like half of the first half?
Yeah, he caught back up to the rest of them, and now we'll see if Envy can get back on track after losing a couple of rounds in a row towards the end there. It's going to be the second half coming up, and it's obviously a best-of-1 game here. Looks like a little bit of presence over at long for both teams. Some early grenades out won't really catch Na'Vi too much. A little bit of damage on Flamey, and now they're going to go.
And now it begins, and there it is. MBK once again doing big damage in this pistol. He gets another one. No, this is Kenny, and Kenny spots the second man. He takes out Edward. Na'Vi have to be furious. Both of their pistol rounds are just getting torn to shreds.
And that last shot as well, smoke already blooming there, just keeps firing. Now it's all on Zeus and Seized, and they've got a lot of time, and in a pistol round you can definitely bring it back. I mean, if Envy just make a couple of mistakes here, takes a fight a little bit too early, especially as Seized has stolen this USPS, there is a chance. 50 seconds. Bomb making its way up middle right now, and Zeus playing on the long corner here. I mean, the really big problem is that Na'Vi really don't know where Envy are holding anymore. They've got very, very little information. And looks like they might try and go for a B push or B split. If they do, Happy's going to spot them and he's going to call out to Apex. So there's going to be some warning, but they will still need some a pretty big rotation to get there.
And they have the smoke to block off CT as well. He spots them going in. At least he does a little bit of damage. Should have spotted both of them there. So that should tell you, that should actually set it up here, because Apex now knows he's in deep water. He has to find this first kill versus Zeus, and he does it. And he even spots the man planting the bomb. Still Seized, gets the best out of that situation, still gets the bomb plant for his team. But yeah, Apex, that was perfect. Super passive hold, and then when it came down to it, gets the kills.
Very, very cool stuff. I mean, I think there are a lot of different ways in which they could have tried to handle that. Na'Vi managed to sort of find the easier bomb site to attack, but Apex just being very restrained there and not really allowing them to get a chance. I mean, if he had fought them when Happy saw them coming in, if he had said, all right, I'm going to run and fight them in window maybe, that, which wouldn't have been completely unreasonable. You could have tried to do that. The problem is if he loses that fight, then they play 2 versus 3, the bomb is down, and they have to run that full way over to the bomb side, and it just gets a little bit more complicated in a way. So I feel like Apex really trying to sort of optimize their chances of winning that round.
I'm wondering if Na'Vis think they're still playing against Virtus Pro from yesterday, because they go for the straight-up force buy, even getting the plant. They're not going to play safe. They're not going to go for the rifles in the next round. They go for the Tech 9 force. They have a single AK picked up on Flamey.
Well, so, Envy already showed us that on the first half they were very much willing to go for these SMGs, so maybe now they're thinking that they've done it again, which we can tell they haven't. Hiroshima has a deagle, yes, but they're going to win that fight there. Flamey taking out Happy. That's a big opening kill. Might just give them a chance to win the round here. Kenny playing up at the bomb site and MBK down on long. We've got Apex in CT spawning Hiroshima too, which means almost nobody's holding this B bomb site, just the deagle over there. Yeah,
and they're waiting to see if there's going to be some kind of push in Upper Dark right now. That's Seized holding. He might actually start and sneak forward. I mean, 44 seconds left. There's still time for Na'Vi to try and make this look like an A push, and then basically pull an Envy, go for the cat fake, wrap back down into some kind of B split play. MBK spotting the man at long though, so this is just Na'Vi showing things. Yeah, exactly. They're showing people today, they're showing bodies, and look at, I mean, Envy, they've already taken the bait.
Yeah.
Kiyoshima's going to run into this site. He's going to find a bit of an awkward surprise for him waiting. Yep, there it is. He survives at least, but now they know that they've lost control of the situation here, Envy.
Yeah, they definitely had. You can see 4 members of Na'Vi already set up here. Kiyoshima wants to see if he can get through again. MBK going to take down Flamey, and Guardian playing in the back lines here with just a pistol. Edward, and then finally C's going to pick up a rifle there. It's about time as well. Taking some shots. Going to be a kill for Guardian. A second one. It's a headshot as well, and now it's down to Apex and MBK. They're trying to bring it back here, but MBK is going to be alone with 3 health and almost no chance to make it out of this crossfire alive. He's trying to find a good angle for it, but C's going to shut him down, and Na'Vi, they will pull out of that round, even though it looked like Envy were about to make that retake work.
Yeah, what a fantastic fake. I mean, just Guardian, like that was the icing on the cake. Showing himself at long, that's when Envy were like, oh, okay, this is going to be A, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're not just going to go running up Cat or something like that. Just, they were still holding back to see if it was going to be some kind of B play in the mix. That was so clever by Na'Vi. That's StarX right there, basically calling it out. Kiyoshima gets legged as he tries to cross. Nice gap shot there by Guardian. And well, now at least Envy know that they're dealing with an op. But Na'Vi, they're trying to make him think this is going to be slow, and they go running right out onto the B site. Kiyoshima full flash isn't going to get anything done. Seized with the double kill, and this force buy for Envy, it's going to cost them in the end. They aren't going to get anything done here in this round.
Wow, a bit of a shame. I mean, Kiyoshima actually had a really good angle to use that deagle, but the flashbang is still a bit too much. I think he also got caught off guard, and he was spamming maybe a little bit more than you'd want to. Still a good shot here from MBK, doing a little bit of damage to Seized. He's also going to be alone, and they're coming from all angles. Only 4 bullets left, and Edward with a couple of UMP kills is going to bring the scoreline back to 9-9. So we've got a tied game here. Then Alex picks Seized. He's at 16 kills.
Yeah, Seized is doing work right now. Alex, yeah, he's going to be grinning. I mean, this is a huge win here for Na'Vi if they actually take it. Looking at the league standings, they're second in the group right now with a 4-1 scoreline. This is going to put them tied up there with Fnatic with 5-1 if they win this versus Envy. And their T-side looked really good versus Virtus.pro and Mirage yesterday. So, I mean, T-side, it doesn't seem like they're... seems like they're still a real threat, Na'Vi.
A standard split, as we call it, set up here for Na'Vi, just making sure they control upper dark, the long, and the middle, and then they slowly push their way forward. You can kind of almost tell that they reach a point where they're like, oh, okay, no one's pushing. Now let's see where we can go. And checking short is usually the next step in that plan, and they're going to find Happy. He falls back, and cleverly they've got another guy up there. I think it's MBK waiting right in the corner. It's Apex to go down first.
Yeah, and it's going to be that speed split. Gets headshot. Kiyoshima still landing those shots at least, but no kill coming in for Envy this time. And well, I mean, unless they can...
Wow.
Nice shot, MBK. So to say, you know, unless they can catch out Edward, it's probably not looking too good, but they succeed in getting 2 kills still. They could get a 3rd one as well. Flamey holds his own though. 3 kills in the end, all headshots for him. But that was still right on the edge for Na'Vi actually losing control. Would have been a bit more expensive than they would have liked, but still, I mean, when you got Edward pretty much starting this round with nearly 10K in the bank, not the end of the world as far as Na'Vi are concerned. This is the big round, though. This is such a make-or-break round, because if Envy lose this, they're on to another round of eco, and Na'Vi can actually start running away with the money.
Look at the spawn points for these two. Guardian spawning close long, Kenny too, so Kenny's going to run in here, look for Guardian, flashed immediately. And Guardian now has the corner, hasn't really fired his AWP yet. He's going to get the shot on MBK, even with the flashbangs. That was a very swift reaction here for the T-side player.
That's all timing. He gets that timing right. So many times we see that where it's just like, oh, he shoots just a second too early or just a split second too late. Guardian, you know, sometimes he's just going to make it work. And now Kenny exactly has to take the risk. And, well, this time around, he does not miss. He takes out Guardian, brings it back to a 4-on-4. It was up to Envy to try and make something happen, and Kenny truly delivered there.
Well, they managed to push him back to the corner without losing anybody, so still got a chance here, but pushing in upper. Seized is going to be defending against 2 people, and he shuts down 1, at least gets the information that they're doing it, so still not a bad position here. They've got time, 50-some seconds left, so there's definitely still a chance that they could set up an execute right now, and it looks like it's going to be a B-split here. Kiyoshima spraying well and taking down Flamey. Also coming up from behind is going to be Happy, and he drops the bomb on Edward. A bit of a disaster.
That's the big kill. Look at this now. Happy. Oh, Zeus is not done yet, though. He's pissed off. He could actually take this up Cat, and that's the perfect call to make. 28 seconds left. He's going to be able to get up here, no problem at all. But it seems like he's trying to bait some kind of reaction out, making use of every second that he's got, and he will get the free kill on Kiyoshima. Now it's all about whether he can actually hunt down Kenny, because he's running out of time. He's starting to cut it really close.
Oh man, this is a beautiful round from Zeus so far. That one flashbang just netted him the kill there. That was all he needed now. The Molotov's going to go up here, 8 seconds. He's going to put down that smoke. Kenny coming in from the other side, can't see a thing. Got the rifle out, but Zeus is making his way out on the other side. They're right next to each other, and Zeus might actually get the better of this shot. Going to miss now. Zeus knows that he's right in front of him, but Kenny still picks it up, and that's going to be Envy stealing the round away. That was so close to being a 1v3 there. And I absolutely love it. Throwing that flashbang all the way over here. Sound pops, Kenny hears it down in the middle and relays that information, and NBK just charges through, ready to pick up the kill and goes down for it. That was a lot going on in that round.
The level of mind games, man, between both of these teams. It's such a pleasure to watch. And we're seeing a little bit more of a close match than what we saw between Navi and VP yesterday on Mirage. Definitely. This is just so on point for both teams. Envy, I mean, they've tied it up 10-10, and now again an opportunity here for Guardian to get a gap, but he's not going to get it on the first try. Second man goes jumping past, and there you go. So quick. Apex down to 37 HP at the beginning of this round, and now Navi, they know that at least somebody has taken damage over there, so it might influence their call later on in this round. Might want to go over towards that B site where they might have a little bit more of an easier job getting in there.
And leaving Long just in control of NBK. Kenny playing up on the corner, but as you can tell, he's in a position where he definitely gets smoked out. So an A push right now might actually work very well indeed, especially if Edward's going to have timing to go in and sort of flank around as well. Yeah, I think this is a good strat coming out, a good call right now for Na'Vi. They just need one good smoke here for Kenny.
They need one good smoke. They're going to have Edward smoking up Long. There it is. Smoke down into CT. Deep flash. This is going to be the one to force out Kenny. Change up his angle, and Kenny isn't even going to have any of it. He dodges the whole situation. He's just going to go over to Long and see if he can't find a pick there. Takes a bit more of a passive approach, and he gets picked off by Zeus. Caught scoped up, looking the wrong way, and he can't react in time, although NBK doing good work. And there's Happy coming out of nowhere. Pushes in from CT, and even gets the third kill.
Wow, what a slip up from Na'Vi. Just Happy destroying that defense there, but Edward now coming through, gonna get the one kill there on Happy. Finally, he goes down, and Guardian still playing up here. Grenade down will do a little bit of damage to Apex, who's trying to get up on this box, and this AK is just gonna tear him to bits, and it's gonna be Guardian with one more kill, double for him. Kiyoshima going down, a headshot as well, and Na'Vi gonna take the round lead 11-10. That was a little bit confusing, because obviously they put up the smokes here in CT spawn so that Happy won't make the push through, but the smoke fade, they took a long time to execute. The smoke was gone, and Happy just pushes right through and gets a double kill, and even the guy carrying planting the bomb there. So that was almost a giveaway of a round.
That was all unhappy. I'm a little bit surprised at Apex as well, not waiting for his teammate to get in a better position to refrag with him on Guardian. Rather just jumping up onto the box. Super brave, but he didn't have much HP. That's sometimes you just have to go for it. That's the feel kind of a component in this game. And Edward, well, he felt that. Gets a bullet to the face, but still 2 kills for him. A little bit of ump money in his pocket. And now, well, Na'Vi, they're pretty much in position to take this take this round rather and make it a 12-10 scoreline.
Nice shot from Kiyoshima on Flamey, and they're going to go and chase him as well. Apex trying to catch him. Not going to be able to, but I mean, he is down to 25, so it would have been nice if they could have got a kill and stolen an AK somewhere. The money for the Envy team is pretty low. Na'Vi, it's not exactly skyrocketing either, only on 2 of their players, so this is still a very even game, even if Na'Vi are about to extend their lead with 1 round here.
I'm curious to see, can Happy actually, you know, he's like the ultimate lurker. But then so can Edward be. Edward, a third one, 1,800 bucks. Let's keep count. 1,800 bucks. Does he find anybody else? He's probably not going to find Kyo over on the B site. So this will be Guardian maybe actually finding Kyo. Zeus is here as well with the M4. Or not with the M4, rather the AK. There it is. Okay. So 12-10. And now after a round of eco, Envy, what do they got in the bank? What do they actually have to? Not enough. Not enough. It is a double eco situation here for Envy. This is going to make them very nervous. Na'Vi are getting way too close to being able to get up onto that match point.
Feels like it's been a long time since we haven't even been able to say that sentence, you know, double eco for Envy.
Right?
They usually don't.
It's not in their vocabulary.
Another flick and another hit through the double doors here. Guardian putting Kiyoshima down to 17 health here. And this obviously pistol, no armor. Nice shot from Happy to drop down, seized, and tables have turned. Zeus is going to pick off Happy. Goes for some long-range tapping there against NBK and comes out on top. Apex in the middle. Get a weird running headshot up on Catwalk, and do a little bit of damage there. Flamey to drop Apex, and yeah, it's a round where they've done some good damage, Envy, but it's hard for them to pick up the kills.
We did spot it, but he put that HE over the wall, hoping to just catch the guy he managed to get the headshot on. Hoping to catch him peeking greedily into mid doors. That would have been really clever play. I mean, it was clever, it just didn't work, unfortunately. But now, okay, this is where it gets fun. Full buy, Kenny's got his op again. And he's got that long spawn, but Guardian is nowhere near long. He's going to be more in like a mid-gap area. He's been so consistent hitting the gap shots, though, so I wouldn't mind just seeing him post up at the doors. Let's see. Can he actually get another one? Oh, they managed to pull a fast one on Guardian. Guardian doesn't see anything else.
Yeah, and I think actually it's because that flashbang that goes over usually is accompanied by someone peeking with the AWP. So as soon as the flash goes through, I think Guardian's probably thinking, if I shoot, there's a chance someone is going to take sort of the initiative in middle and maybe try and come in there with me. So maybe the flashbang was just enough to make him not shoot at all because he was worried about there being an AWP there. You know, that's the Smith's flashbang combination. You know, I feel like maybe that was what he was worried about there. 13-10, 3 rounds for Na'Vi. They've really brought it back in this game here. Happy and Kenny defending A, NBK down on long. So a bit of a harder setup on this bomb side. I'm not particularly a fan of this, actually. Mostly because if there was an execute here, then this position wouldn't be... You wouldn't occupy this anyway. There'd be Molotovs here.
Yeah, exactly. Those Molotovs will force you out into the open, but Happy, he's getting a little bored. It's time to get some action going. There's the flash. Goes for the peek. Spots the first man, but does not make it out alive. Well played by Zeus, peeking behind quickly to be able to pick off that kill onto Happy. And now that weakens the defense severely. It's all going to come down if it turns into an A push. See, it still seems like Na'Vi are thinking about going towards B. But if they've turned it into an A push and tried to pounce, they would run into Kenny. Bomb is making its way into Upper Dark. We have a second man there as well. Edward is going to be able to join up, and it will turn into that B split. 2 players holding on A site for Envy, and they're still a long way away, so they aren't going to be able to give the best support. Although even with the smoke going down, Kenny could probably find a shot.
Well, Apex turning around. He was trapped in there, so he had to fight either middle or the opening, and just got no chance at all there. Kenny looking for a cross kill. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That bomb plant gonna go down in the last second. What were they doing in there?
They were giving us a show. Well, I'm really surprised at how well Na'Vi are just... Every call they make right now on their T side is just so spot on.
And also a measure of confidence. You know, they managed to push this round. 3 people coming through upper, and then I think they had 1 guy still holding on over at catwalk at that point in time. So, you know, and that's actually generally, if you have a B push and someone's holding catwalk from your team, first of all, it tells you that no one's pushing catwalk from the CT side. But if you hear them, oh, a bit of a trade there as Kenny goes down. That's very unfortunate for Envy, as they do need all the money they can get. But if someone from the CT side does push down here, then your catwalk player can hear it and relay the information. Is it 1? Is it 2? If it's only 1 and there's 3 people left, then that might mean the other people are coming the other way. So you just get a lot of information from holding catwalk during a B push.
It's always good to leave that man behind. Audio information is what it's all about. But yeah, there we go. Double op, auto snipers, and it's like so often that you see these buys come in and they never actually work. They don't actually like do very much damage at all.
Where'd the rifle go?
It's right there, yeah.
Poor rifle.
No skin. No skin. What is this?
That's why I didn't hit anything. That's how it works.
Exactly. Pay to win.
But Na'Vi wanting to close out the game. I mean, 13,000 on Guardian, almost 9,000 on Edward. Why not just invest into a couple of ridiculous auto snipers and try and see if you can do some damage? It didn't really pay off, but they haven't really lost a lot doing it anyway. So we'll see if it's going to be a round where Envy can finally put a stop to this Na'Vi madness. Currently, it's Na'Vi just winning 4 rounds in a row here in the second half, and that's almost got them the map.
Oh, where is the shot? Nobody there. They're holding very carefully, Envy. They actually have the crossfire because Na'Vi keep going for this B split. They've put a bit more focus on mid right now, Envy. They've got 2 guys holding aggressive, just waiting to see if Na'Vi are going to be coming around with that peek. NBK, though, looking for that jump scout shot. Smoke goes up to block him off, though. I wasn't even sure if Zeus was actually taking shots at him, but I think he heard it. And yeah, NBK is going to be able to point blank Zeus, take him out of this fight. Guardian and Flamey, the last 2 alive, and Apex peeks out, goes for the spray, drops the bomb carrier, but Guardian is there to strike back instantly.
Yeah, going to get a second kill on Happy as well. 20 seconds. And Kiyoshima is close to the middle with the deal. Guardian going to try and go for it, but he's going to get shut down there. So pretty good job overall. The jump scout even coming into play there for Envy. Just going to leave it at 11-14. And they will still have the money to buy. This time, though, we're not going to invest into any auto snipers.
No autos. No more money. All right, they're gonna have enough for Guardian to buy another op, but yeah, that like double op auto sniper, man, that was some disrespect coming out from Na'Vi. Wasn't even match point. Yeah, okay.
Shut down. He's been hitting a lot of body shots, but headshot through the door. Apex, no chance to reply, obviously. And kioShiMa now playing the plateau. Good spray down there, but Zeus also going to win the fight against Happy in the middle. And that's very important. Guardian taking one more kill there, dropping Kenny. And now it's going to be seized. Headshot on kioShiMa, and that is going to be a big round, obviously, for Na'Vi here. NBK, the last man left, 1 versus 4. Currently 21 kills on Zeus, 20 on... I mean, look at this. Na'Vi, everybody is just almost tied with each other.
And Guardian, he started off with like 1 frag at the beginning of this map.
5 or 6 rounds in, he had 1 frag.
And now, sitting at 20, he's had such a huge impact for his team. But yeah, NBK just trying to bring this back, trying to do whatever he can, but bomb will get planted on that B site. Na'Vi have time to set up with the crossfire. There really isn't a whole lot that NBK can do in this situation. I mean, he kind of just has to go for it. If he wants, he has to make it happen now, but he doesn't have an incendiary to clear out an angle or an HE to do some damage. It comes down to somebody on Na'Vi making a mistake.
Yeah, looking for the kill then, but Cease is going to pick it up instead. And the fact is, the first 2 people he got here, they did sort of go and look for him. They did look for the fight and ended up taking them out. So the last 2 weren't going to do that, and then it became very tricky indeed. And this, well, potentially last round for Envy, they have almost nothing here. This is a really uncharacteristic game for Envy, because normally, even if they're low on money, they buy a lot. This time it feels like they've been ecoing a lot more, and Na'Vi must have just been winning some really key rounds.
That's where you have to wonder, you know, how much are they... Because remember, we talked about this adjustment that Envy may have had to make due to Kenny being on the team. They might actually have to start going for those double eco scenarios, or at least take an eco where they would have gone for a force buy before, just to make sure that Kenny has the op. There's some adjustment that needs to be made as far as the playstyle is concerned for Envy, having an opera like Kenny on the roster.
It could be something like that. Ridiculous. The Guardian actually hits that shot on Kenny and CT spawn, but yeah, maybe they are trying to just make some adjustments for Kenny. NBK is going to go down, Happy to fall, and Kenny, speak of the devil, last man left, comes jumping in for the window. Way too many people there. It's going to be a victory for Na'Vi, and they defeat Envy on Dust 2. And that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's a bit weird, but it's uplifting to see just how well Na'Vi are playing right now. They continue to be this force. Yesterday, like, it wasn't a fluke what happened yesterday versus Virtus Pro. Like, they beat up Virtus Pro on Mirage, which Virtus Pro, I mean, that's a solid map for them. They just beat Envy on Dust 2. That's a solid map for Envy. So,
and in spite of a very bad start, so showing some real strength here in the Pro League. Just now, as you said, pretty much tied with Fnatic for points.
Yeah, they're going to be 5-1, 5-1. So I mean, yeah, so they're tied for first place now with Fnatic. Although Fnatic have such a huge round win loss that I think that's going to keep Fnatic in that first spot. But then, you know, Fnatic, they don't take it easy on it. They don't have an off day. Fnatic, like, you know, whoever they play, they just like they just destroy. You know, so there isn't anything close about it. I'm glad to see that at least we had a little bit more of a closer match to start things off tonight. It wasn't another 6-8, 6-9, 16-8, 16-9. Got a couple more rounds.
Yeah, I mean, this could have probably gone either way, but I think Navi's down to... Are you, like, summoning, like, you know...
I'm summoning good matches, Anders.
That could very quickly become, like, a GIF. You know, if someone has, like, real Photoshop skills, be like, you know...
It's like I'm tickling somebody.
There we go, please. Got to commercial. Love of God, Matt. We're losing control in here. It's going to be, obviously, the first match down. We do have 3 more to go tonight. Pretty good night we've got going on. Now it's going to be Virtus Pro playing Envy. So, you know, is there, like, some sort of overarching logic that we can apply to this match? You know, Na'Vi, they beat VP. They also beat Envy. Now the two defeated, they're going to play each other. So, are we
going to settle some kind of like pecking order here?
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to find out, guys. We'll be back in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And we'll have that match coming for you guys.
Could be pretty solid. I'm glad they picked him up.
Well, it looks like, guys, we're live with the knife round here between Envy and Virtus Pro. It's going to be on Mirage again. We saw what Virtus Pro were capable of on the map last night. So let's see exactly where Envy stand. They do win that knife round, and we see them immediately swap over to the CT side. No time wasted there from them. So they want to start on the defense. And yesterday, Virtus Pro seemed to struggle a little bit with their offense. The CT side as well, actually. On both sides, VP weren't looking like their usual solid selves. They gave Na'Vi a lot of rounds on the T when they were on the defense on CT. And then they failed to really get anything going on their T side. Of course, this might have been due to some aggressive force buying strategies coming out from Virtus Pro, where they bought a lot in the early on. But what?
I don't know.
But yeah, let's see how it pans out here with VP starting on that T side. 2 guys going for utility with the nades.
Yeah, 2 smoke grenades, definitely capable of setting up some sort of push towards that A bomb site if they wanted to, but they can't cover both CT spawn and all of jungle and stairwell there. They're going to have to sort of make up their minds about where they want to go for it. Looks like they're wrapping around in towards the B bomb site through Catwalk. They've got the bomb with them here as well, and it's going to be NBK. He gets caught transitioning over to Kitchen, and now he's in a lot of trouble here. kioShiMa picks up a kill. NBK drops the bomb. He gets a second headshot. Drops down by Ali. That's a huge double now, and now it's going to be Pasha fighting. He gets 2 of his own in Kitchen here, and it's going to be 2 versus 3 now. What a crazy round.
Pasha's out of his mind as well. He's actually taken the bomb into Kitchen. He's going to get caught. That pretty much seals the deal here. Virtus.pro, how are they going to get this bomb back? Taz is boxed in as well. He can get the kill here onto Apex, but he will not succeed in taking out kioShiMa. Anders, my mind is like scrambled after that. I have no idea what the hell happened there. I mean, apart from NBK getting 2 godlike pistol headshots, basically, like dropping the bomb. You saw where he put that incendiary as well? Yeah. He was like, I know what the default spot is on this site. Right there, boom. Drop the incendiary, delay the plant for as long as I can, but getting 2 kills, that was so huge.
I mean, they don't even come close to winning that round if NBK goes down, because that means it's a 100% a bomb plant. Even if it's not the default spot, they're just going to go and put it down anyway. And then, you know, it's going to take so long for anyone else to show up. So what a double kill for NBK. kioShiMa, I think, ending up with a triple, closing out the rounds. That's also very impressive here in the middle. Deagle from Pasha, trying to do some damage, not really connecting just yet. As a couple of players from VP are making their way up through underpass.
Yeah. And yeah, this is a force buy coming out from Virtus.pro. They didn't get the plant. Snax is going to be well within lethal range here with this Tech 9, but he might have made some noise. Yep, Kenny realizes he's going to come in and actually try and challenge this. He gets punished hard, though. Luckily, kioShiMa is close in jungle. He'll take Snax out, so no possible backstab coming in from Snax. But the smoke down here by Happy onto Cat, this allows for Virtus.pro to get into two players into ladder, and yeah, Happy realizes this. kioShiMa immediately peeks and takes out Neo, and well, Virtus.pro just getting picked off one at a time.
Happy finally going to lose a bit of patience here, walking up behind Pasha, who's somehow escaped into the window room, and let's see if they can make this work. If Pasha goes down, that means this push that's coming in from Taz and Bayali is not going to be quite as exciting. A bit of a shame, because if he could have stuck around there and stayed alive, and they got the bomb down, that would be big.
Yeah, they know that Happy's holding close on short as well, and there you go. Bialy gets the first key frag. Double deagle here for Virtus.pro, though luckily for them, that bomb does not get dropped up on the balcony. If Bialy were to get this headshot quick on Happy, he could have potentially got the bomb plant down, but now it's probably just going to get denied. He's going to get caught in the crossfire, nowhere to go, and Apex and NBK, they'll split that kill. 5-0 for kioShiMa so far at the beginning of this half, but it's very similar to what we saw happen on Dust 2 versus Na'Vi for Keo. He had a really strong start to the half, but then he kind of dropped off into the mid to late portions of it, so we'll see if he can kind of keep up this pace.
Third round coming up, Zeus being picked up by Snax and nobody else. So we'll see if he can find something clever. Maybe jumping up out of underpass with, you know, flash or, sorry, tase someone in the window. Could that be a thing?
Actually, that could legitimately be a thing. Imagine with Kenny there, they could have definitely got him.
Look at him.
Yep. And Kenny's like, nope.
I'm disappointed. I wanted to see that. I know you don't, Sam Lovett.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Just on the edge, though. Thought for a second there that Bialy would try and get aggressive by going through that smoke. Loses his teammate Neo, though, and now, well, they're just going to, again, pretty much get clobbered here, Virtus.pro. If it's back-to-back, it wasn't a perfect round in the last one, obviously, because Kenny died. But keeping 4 players alive, keeping 5 players alive, that's terrific for Team Envy. That's going to give them such a strong bank going into the first buy round.
No chance.
Anders, there's also something else that we might have forgot to talk about, actually, is the fact that Envy, they were showing a lot of disrespect to Na'Vi at the beginning of that first half on Dust 2, when they decided to hold on to 3 SMGs in the first buy round. I'm curious if we're going to see that same approach, and no, like they're just going straight rifles now.
They only did that on the terrorist side. On the CT side, they did go straight for rifles, no messing around.
That's true.
It might be a sign, actually, that Envy just really value the CT side economy a lot more than they do terrorist side economy, which, I mean, generally speaking, in this current metagame, holding on to CT money is just a lot more difficult. That's what everyone is struggling with, so it does make sense almost for them to say, all right, we're not going to, like, risk anything. T side, we can afford to buy SMGs. If we win the pistol, we just keep going with SMGs and build up a huge bank.
Well, we can hear Kenny just going ham right now, trying to get a little bit of a spray. That initial smoke, which has basically become a standard smoke on short at top mid like that, allows for Virtus.pro to start getting a player behind the boxes. if an AWP was in play, they might be able to make it past. And now, well, VP, they're going to be able to start grinding mid, start getting that control.
Yeah, and mid control again. That smoke from underpass just becomes so common to zone out anyone who's there and just to try and get that. And we've already seen Snax once before during the Dubai tournament. He's crept up here and essentially won the tournament by getting a couple of kills there against TSM. So that was obviously a huge play. Snax very good at playing that connector. Kenny making his way back in through Kitchen here, and there's about 50 seconds left. Neo and Snax are low, but otherwise not much has happened.
Yeah, Pasha has been boosted up into mid window. So that could be the linchpin right here for VP. Based off of what Snax sees here. Well, he doesn't really see anything for long. Basically, Kyoshima just takes his face off. But Pasha could be in a position to get a backstab. He's waiting to see if Snax is going to come back to peek in mid to get that info. And now he's going to start hunting, but Kenny just dominates him. Bialy did take out Apex, but still, defense is solid here. So long as Happy stays alive on this A site, it's going to be really tough for Virtus.pro.
Happy playing inside the bomb site. He's getting a little bit of backup coming in. Kenny trying to see if he can rescue it. They line up for Happy. He only shoots one, then turns around. Bialy going to go down. A wonderful triple kill. Looked like he could have had the first two in the first burst there. But, you know, just playing it cool, covering all the angles. And it's going to be 4-0 here. Virtus.pro in their first buy round, not making much happen. And Kenny Semler, he's 3-3-3.
Oh,
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
High five.
Yeah, I was so ready for it.
Damn straight, bro.
All right, well, fifth round is coming up, and Neo is so disappointed in us that he's actually stopped moving. I'm not going to play this game if you guys aren't even going to be.
Yeah, we can't hear him, but he actually slammed his face into the keyboard. I mean, and that's actually Kenny coming back pretty strong as well. After the first two rounds, I don't think he had anything going for him, so he's going to be able to start getting a little bit more confidence back. VP go for a bit of a quasi-buy. No real surprise there, and Pasha, he was looking at something on the ground. He's like, oh, shiny, and then...
A penny.
And then Kenny was like, give me my money.
Oh, no. That did look really, really sad in a way. Virtus.pro setting up for a bit of a push here, and MBK in the back lines. He's got the flashbangs. He also got a Molotov, so if they get a little bit too close, could try and light them on fire like that. Good opening from Bialy, though, and a little bit of backup is needed for here. NBK actually gets the kill. Kenny was right on the other side. Looked like NBK might have always shot him in the face then. Taz gonna get the bomb plant here. 1 versus 2 with the Tech-9. Triple kill for Kenny, and looking to see if he can make it a quad, and he will. So still a huge round here for VP.
Yeah, that was the whole round was based around that one plant. And that smoke going down as well. Really smart smokes coming out from VP. It basically covers the default plant position, so he's going to be able to get that plant no matter what happens. Unless NBK stays alive and is able to spray into that smoke to deny it, it all kind of went according to plan for VP. They just wanted the bonus money so that they could get an AWP on Neo if he wanted one, and they can have full nades. They have all the Molotovs that they need here for any kind of take that they want. So this is it, the big round now for Virtus.pro. They just spent the last round building up for this one. And
also
yeah, buddy.
Sniper pickup.
Yeah, buddy. MBK, he's not going for the scout.
Well, big opening frag from Neo here to take down Apex. That's going to significantly weaken the defense, and the fact that he gets it so early means now VP have so much time to figure out how the adjustment is going to happen for Envy, and they're not even going to wait for it here. Walk right into Kyoshima, who picks up a kill and is looking for just a little bit more. As Pasha takes down MBK, Kyoshima has to move out of shadow, and Pasha doing a lot of work in the middle here. It's all on Kyoshima. 1 versus 4. They know he's somewhere. They're on him. Snax jumping on his face, and Kyoshima taking down another player. That's Neo dropping, looking for a third headshot here. Not going to be able to do it. Very nearly Kyoshima taking down 4 players.
And I think they nearly blew themselves up with that HE as well. He was trying to bank it into shadow, and it hit an edge on the box and bounced back at them. That would have been awkward. But yeah, that was it. Kyoshima, the hero.
I mean, obviously Pasha as well. 4 kills in the round, destroying the whole mid defense, and then Snax jumping on Kyoshima. I don't know what that was.
Let's see. Of course, and we still had enough money for a buy in this round. That smoke again, that standard smoke, top short.
Ooh, we've seen this before.
There it is, flash out, Apex, he picks up the 1. Yeah, we saw it before, and it was Snax who did it yesterday, and he had the Zeus.
With the Zeus as well, but I mean, like we actually mentioned this yesterday, that pistol would have worked just fine. Apex, maybe a little honorable here.
Mm-hmm, that's right, that's right.
He still has a soul.
Yeah, keep it up like that, Anders, good job.
Even though he's French.
Oh, what? You traitor!
See, I let you get comfortable for just a second there, and then you know, then I'm ready. It's all just good fun. MBK in the back line behind the truck.
Just throw that disclaimer out there, Anders.
Yeah.
Totally not going to shank you later. Oh! Okay, Neo. Kenny missing the shot, though. So, still, Neo a little bit slow. But Kenny missing the shot gives him the opening. Man advantage now for Virtus.pro going on to the B site. And the key man, the key player is going to be NBK. He hears the steps up in B apartments. He knows what's coming. Now he has to land the shots. And he's not going to manage it. Pasha and Taz just doing huge work. There's Kiyoshima picking up one. But again, 1v4 situation. And he isn't able to get more damage done this time around. It isn't 2 players surviving for VP. It's 3. And wow, Pasha's up at 9 grand already. So he can drop no problem at all for his teammates if he needs to.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job so far, Pasha, and top fragging on his team. On the other one, it's Kiyoshima here at 10, 1, and 3, and yeah, Virtus.pro just slowly bringing it back, kid. Not being too worried about losing the first 5 rounds in a row. They are embarking on a small comeback here early on in the game. I feel like Kiyoshima is exhibiting some good signs of being able to control that M4A4 really well. You know, like it's tight bursts, but enough that if you land a headshot and a follow-up bullet, you'll get the kill. Like they seem to be sort of sort of almost basing their play around the fact that sort of that one burst there is going to get a kill. So good job.
They nearly trade identical damage there between NBK and Tiles. Nicely done. There's a smoke to give to once again block off connector, allow for Virtus.pro to continue taking more and more control of this map. Now this is going to get Envy wondering, you know, is somebody waiting on the other side here? Do we have to worry about some kind of push? They have established a crossfire, and there's Apex going with a few of the bait shots. Flash through though, full flash, picks up one, could get another, but he's not going to manage it. Snax is there to stabilize. Scary situation for Virtus.pro though.
Oh, definitely. I kind of wish Kiyoshima would have almost sort of helped out. Maybe he didn't have to commit 100%, but could have just been there to put a couple of shots through. Now they are walking up catwalk again and all the way in the back lines here. MBK with the deagle. Long range. Good for the pistol, but still hard to find that headshot. Happy also rotating on in. They're going to go back through connector and into the middle. And Kiyoshima close range here. They almost line up for the deagle, and he's not going to get the kill. Up in apartments, Kenny's here. And the timing... If only there wasn't 20 seconds, because even if he gets the kill on Taz here, they can still pick up the bomb and get it down. And MBK, hard for him to finish this round. Can't really do much. Just sat waiting in the corner.
Yeah, he is taking a nap. You'd almost expect him to have like a jug of whiskey, you know, just sitting on that patio. It's hot outside.
Oh, all right, yeah, all right. I see. Could be it. I've seen like, you know, a couple coins. You know, people, you know, 'cause they don't have a lot of money. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. You know, we'll trade coins for stickers.
I don't know how many people, how many homeless people are saving for a, you know, an assault rifle, but hopefully not too many. Looking like an aggressive push into underpass here, and yeah, it seems like Virtus.pro in a good position for it. Bialy and Taz both going to get shut down, and Virtus.pro about to pick up their 4th round here in a row.
Yeah, and MBK's there. Nice shot by Neo to open it up, though.
Just throw more Molotovs over there, and why don't you?
Hey, look at that. They completely firebombed it. But let's see. Nice. Happy picks up the one. Not going to be able to go further than that, though. No Kevlar, so the aim punch is going to deny him. And Kiyoshima now the last man alive in a 1v4. Well, he needs to find something. Can he actually? Yeah, catches somebody out of position at least. But Neo lands the headshot. So lights out. And now Envy, after that double round of eco, basically so that Kenny can get his AWP. Now we have to see if they can actually stem the blood flow here, because Virtus.pro have chained 4 rounds together. This is starting to get a little scary, a little out of control, and it's not going to get any easier for Envy either, because 4 rounds with a few players survive. I mean, 4-4-3. I mean, they have a good bank to work with now. Virtus.pro. They're going to be a threat for a long time, pretty much for the rest of this half.
And the response from the French side is picking up 2 AWPs, so double up setup here on the CT side. Not at all a bad idea, I reckon. CB Kenny in the middle trying to see if he can find the opening. Happy playing over here. And he might have a bunch of targets soon.
Now there's the flash, full flash. Doesn't take the shot. Doesn't give away the fact that he's holding over here. So that's very smart by Happy. Wants to try and retain that element of surprise, but it's going to be an aggressive push coming in onto the B halls. NBK will find the kill onto Taz. Instead, it's going to be Neo opening things up here on the A side. Kiyoshima with the wild spray. Nearly takes out one. NBK will find it from short, though, and this is getting interesting. Good damage being dealt here by Envy, going into the 3-on-3 retake.
Oh, and that shot there, taking Kenny out. Very important frag for Neo now. 2 versus 2, and a very hard retake here. Still a Molotov on Bialy as well.
Let's see, there it is. Oh, wow. Beautiful flick, but then Happy's here with the AWP. Bialy, though, he's got more than enough time. Yep, chucks the Molotov out and gets the dropping headshot onto Happy.
What was that? He literally fell off the box and then took the shot right over. 5-5 and moving into the 11th round. That's now 5 rounds in a row here. And finally a round at least where there's only one person surviving for VP. But their economy is still good, and it's still going to be tough for Envy to make it back. When are we going to see something aggressive? They did do underpass, but there are a lot of other places to push on this map, I feel like.
And it seems like more underpass play. No, straight to top mid this time. This is how they try and change it up. NBK, they've been spotted though. That flash not full covering them. They do trade, but then Snax takes out Kenny, so it's a man advantage here for Virtus.pro after that aggression. Apex charges into T-Pit, only trades up 1-for-1 again. And so long as Virtus.pro can keep trading effectively, keep that man advantage going, they're going to be able to grind Envy out of this map.
A lot of aggression all over the place, but still coming out on top is Virtus.pro. Kiyoshima doing his best to stay alive over there. He gets a single frag and Happy. Not sure if that was doing his best to stay alive. He's running into the middle with the knife out and gets shut down by Snax. Maybe hard for him to realize there was someone there, but I
think that's
6 and 5.
I think that's when you really miss the M4A1 though. Like if Kiyoshima had an M4A1 in that situation, pretty sure he's not tapping. He's just spraying. He gets that one so quickly.
Absolutely, especially, I mean, I think where the M4A1 was so good is if you got into an initial fight and people didn't just instantly headshot you, just crouch in and spray. Just, you know, hold down mouse 1 and generally you would you'd win those fights. So yeah, you might be right. 6 rounds in a row for VP, surviving with 2 members this time and still with a pretty decent economy.
And again, the Molotov's coming in here from Virtus.pro. A little similar to what we saw last time. And again, yeah, MBK, he knows what's going to happen. He's waiting for Taz to try and go for that peek. This is the same kind of play that Taz went for last time, except that this time it isn't Taz, it's Neo waiting up in the apartments. The rest of Virtus.pro gathered up in mid. They got that connector smoke down again, and now they're thinking about just powering their way up onto that B side if they want. Oh, there's the flash. Not ideal. Snax lands the headshot onto Kiyoshima. No hope there for the Frenchman.
Oh. Neo right next to, and NBK sort of giving up all hope here, and it wasn't even Neo to pick up the kill. He was just a silent spectator to the murder that happened right in front of him. Byali going to get away with the kill there. Kenny and Happy are left alive, and now it's only going to be Happy there. Pasha out to murder a couple of Frenchmen, and he's only going to get the 1 kill here. Happy will go down to Snax instead. So 7 and 5, 7 rounds in a row. What is happening for Envy right now?
They're envious of Virtus.pro's skill. Set him up, I knock him down, bro. There you go. So I mean, this is the change in style. This is where I wonder. It might take a little bit of time for Envy to rediscover themselves because they're clearly, I mean, double eco situations, going for double op, Scar 20. Like, this isn't the Envy we're used to. We're used to seeing Envy just go hard with pistols and rifles and be aggressive, take teams off guard. Instead, they're going back to I gotta say, like a little bit more of an old school style here, a little bit more of an old school approach.
And it's quite refreshing because they're getting just, I mean, 7 rounds in a row on T side of Mirage. It's definitely nothing to sneeze at. Oh, Apex auto sniper in hand. He did get tagged a little bit then, so gotta be careful. But the smoker's up. They're gonna get close enough to Snax. Will drop him down, playing on the stairwell. Still, it's gonna be Kiyoshima, and he's boxed in. They are on either side. He's gonna go for the fight and take down Snax, but that might prompt them to get onto the bomb site finally. 4 versus 2 now as Snax, and it's gonna go down. Taz and Byali, last 2 left here, and they get some very good kills. Kenny burning alive as well, and NBK gonna be the last man standing. Byali goes down. And NBK has to get this round.
Yeah, and he doesn't know. He thinks that maybe the guy is closer into CT. He closes off that angle, though. Now he waits to see where Taz is going to be coming from. There's a body lying in the middle, though. That's going to make things a little bit awkward. And as NBK peeks up, Taz lands the shot. They're just meant to crush Envy this round. Look at this, 8 rounds in a row.
And that shouldn't have been the round that they should have won. I mean, the Molotov kill followed up with everything else. That should have been Envy just destroying that push entirely. What was that, 4 versus 2? I think it was.
Yeah, it was Byali and I believe, was it Byali and Snax to get the 2 kills to bring it back, or was it Taz?
I think it's Taz, because Snax, I think, went down in connector, which was a really good kill by Kiyoshima. That should have given them the edge there. Again, just buying up here in the 14th round, they might as well try and make something happen. Snax going to be walking into the middle looking for a kill on short. It's NBK who's over there. And Molotov might force him out. Apex charging up to the middle. This is a great round so far. Picks up a 2nd kill, and Kiyoshima and NBK also there to help out. So Taz, you're running backwards. Shadow knives in hand.
They look so flimsy, like they're made out of cardboard.
Yeah.
It's like the stuff you make when you're a kid, you know, like, I'm a ninja. You start punching somebody and, oh, okay. No, doesn't work.
Yeah, they do look really funny, but
Taz, though, well, this is about to be funny. Yep. Apex holds the angle.
I still kind of want them, but they still are a little bit funny.
You're all about the care of it, man.
Yeah, it's true.
That is still my single most horrible mistake ever, trading away with my clever girl.
Oh. We'll get it back somehow, don't worry.
Someday.
It must be out there.
Someday. All right. 15th round, the last round of this first half, and Virtus.pro have finally been stopped. 8 rounds in a row still is pretty good. And now, well, Envy, they're so far behind in this match, they absolutely, at all costs, have to pick up this final round here. And they've got all the money now. Having won a force buy, they have all the money to get things done.
Yeah, indeed, and they've actually gone for a double-up setup as well on the T side, so pretty aggressive on their part here. Apex going to go for a little bit here on the ramp, takes down Neo, checks if there's anyone else, and he's going to find Byali. And really nice double headshot there. NBK trying to find the timing for the flashbang, but there is nobody there. Personally threw the smoke with Snax, and he ran away immediately, so it's a bit of an A push coming out right now. Some wild spray going through, but this should be Envy's round.
Well, they've got some info, and there it is. Snax gets the backstab on Kiyoshima. That is so important. Opens it up. Little does he know, though, Kenny, waiting in the angle, and Jungle takes him out as he tries to peek in to get that info. 45 seconds left here for Virtus.pro to make the play. 2 on 4, and while they've got the bomb in T-pit, so they do look like they want to still wind up on A side eventually. Apex is low, so they would have like even just like a slight edge.
They've already won one of these 4 versus 2 earlier, so maybe it's a chance here. Taz going to put in the Molotov into Shadow, but not going to realize that Apex is standing there. Triple kill here for Apex. Great round for him so far. And Pasha now going to be alone. No bomb, 20 seconds. I don't see this working out so well.
Yeah, he's crossing his fingers and hoping. He will get the kill onto NBK, gets the kill onto the second man as well, nearly the third, but then Kenny comes running around the corner with the CZ75, and that's pretty much going to end it. Another 8-7 score. It's almost like what happened versus Na'Vi last night. Na'Vi had that many rounds as well.
We've got like almost, if they could have taken 2 rounds here and made them blue, we've had like a weird emote going on, you know? Like one of those faces. See, they almost managed it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if people can see that on the stream though. Actually, they can. Never mind.
Should be able to.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah. So a really weird game. That was 5 rounds in a row in the beginning for Envy, then 8 in a row for VP, and then another 2 in a row here for Envy. So just a very strange game on our hands so far. Second half coming up here in Envy. They're now playing the terrorist side. It's going to be VP on the CT side. And so far, 2 armors. I'm expecting more to be picked up.
Well, we have to see just how effective Envy's T side is going to be, because yesterday, VP, they had the same kind of trouble that Envy had versus them just now. They had it versus Na'Vi. They had a very weak CT side versus Na'Vi and allowed Na'Vi to get like 7, 8 rounds on their T side. So, I mean, it's not all over here for Envy. They could still look to try and exploit what they saw from VP last night, but let's see how they choose to approach this. Again, it's going to be 1-3-1, and now they're just going to close in on this mid. There it is. 3 at top, 1 in underpass, and Happy gets the first kill onto Neo.
And look at this. They're trying to see if they can sandwich in. NBK shooting him in the back as well. Byali going to pick up a kill, but he's out of bullets. And then Taz comes through. Great timing. He was really close as well. Snax playing right in Happy's face and will end up winning that fight. So now it's going to be 2 versus 3. And Snax wrapping around. And Kiyoshima will be going down. So now Kenny, look at this. He's made it out of the war zone and into the B-bomb site where he's going to put down that bomb. And they've got no idea.
Oh, and he's actually rotating back. This is so clever. Taz is going to walk right into this. No, Taz is going mid through connector. Instead, it's got to be the man in CT. And yeah, Snax finds the headshot. Kenny, he had to go for something heroic in that situation to give himself a chance. And yeah, it's like, no, time for a nap. Yep, there it is.
Bottles on the floor, empty. Kenny on the carpet. Just you see what's happened here. You know, no mistake.
Damn, Snax.
Yeah, brutal. That was a bit unfortunate because, I mean, it does take a long time to rotate all the way out here. I mean, even if you go through this way, so you know, a good 16 seconds to run that path there. Might be a bit quicker the other way, but still, you know, just time that they needed to get defused that bomb. But the fact that Kenny goes down, if he had won the fight though, I mean, it could have been interesting. So I still like the play.
Could have made it a 1v2, exactly. That was the only chance he had, really. Catch somebody rotating in. But let's see now. because Team Envy, I mean, they've gone for the Force Buy, true Envy style. They get that bomb plant. I mean, this is identical to what we saw earlier. Get that bomb plant, go for the Tech 9 buy. This is Envy where they're at their best. This is like the scariest round, basically, in this half, is when they get into that post-plant buy sort of situation here for Envy. And it looks like it's going to be straight up onto the A side. 2 guys coming out of apartments, 2 waiting in pit, and then Happy's going to be that lurker in mid.
Yeah, and the problem is they're going to be focusing on Snacks first, and then Taz here with the P90 is going to be able to, I think, do a lot of damage. So many bullets, and going to spray down one. Snacks will pick up the second one, and he's going to go for more. Hasn't even bothered to reload yet. He knows the backup is going to be there. So solid defense being put out. Happy will run into Neo, though, and gets a second headshot on the Snacks and shutting him down. The running Tech 9 making a grand return here in this round for Happy.
He's only got 4 bullets. There we go. Gets the reload. Then he finds another one. Oh my god! Oh, for a second there, I was like having a heart attack. I thought he was going to kill Taz.
He picked up another Tech 9. That was it. The first one was blessed. He should have stuck with it. Scary round. And I mean, Happy's just generally an outrageous player, isn't he? 14 kills on him as well as Kiyoshima. 10-7 now. Virtus Pro with a 3-round lead. And they will have gone for another couple of MP9s here. Not too worried about Envy sneaking any kind of early, you know, force here.
No, exactly. They want to farm some money while they can, and this makes sense on VP's side. So let's see. I mean, they want to get a couple of kills at least here on Pasha and Neo. But versus the no Kevlar, this is ideal. Deep nade, boom, does a lot of damage to Kiyoshima up in B halls. That's painful. That's not what you want to be, you know, getting when you're, when you're already so far behind in the round. But again, Envy, they go for kind of like a 5-point approach to this, where they just have everybody, you know, spread out across the map, looking to see if they can't find somebody out of position. Just get that info. And there it is, right? MBK spots a man on Electric at least, but then Taz just taps him away. Not really going to pan out for Envy after that. They try and take over mid, but there's Bialy, locks down the first kill, could get the second one as well. Yep, long-range spray for him. And then Neo, jumping in, will find the kill on Kiyoshima. So these SMGs, in the end, they don't really get anything.
A bit of a shame. Obviously, that's why you picked them up, but we'll see if Neo is going to hold on to his anyway. Maybe not a huge risk, but it is a liability. You never know if you're going to, you know, end up in that corner where you have 3 targets and then the MP9 won't help you that much. That's going to be really hard. And he's going to swap it out anyway. Won't hold on to it here. 11-7, a 4-round lead. And a very aggressive round here from VP. And this is what Envy waited a long time with doing. They did this like 7 rounds into the half. VP are just going to go for it.
And look at the setup here for Envy. They're expecting this kind of play. They saw this a lot from Virtus Pro yesterday versus Na'Vi. This seems to be one of Virtus Pro's, you know, favorite styles of approaching the beginning of their CT side. And there we go. Smoke at the top of mid. Virtus Pro going to buy a lot of time with that play. So you can see it's keeping 2 players present at top mid for Envy. So because they need to know, okay, did somebody actually push up here? They're going to have to worry about that box once the smoke clears. Valuable seconds are going to get wasted having to get control of just top mid before they can even start getting close to connector or up on short.
A lot of time has been wasted regardless here. Back under a minute right now on the clock as Apex finally comes out of underpass and takes the fight and wins it against Neo. That's a great start here for Envy. They've got the mid control, which is how VP built so many of their rounds on that first half as well. Just getting the mid control here. Taz going to pick down one and going for a spray down. He drops the second player. NBK and Kenny both gone. And now Snacks playing all the way over in CT spawn. He's got the M4. Looking to see if he could do a little bit more here, but Taz is covering the bomb, so they're eventually going to have to go for him, and Pasha's there to help out. This whole round might have just died because the bomb is in there.
Exactly. Kind of like what we saw from the pistol round for VP when Pasha ran into Kitchen with the bomb and basically donated it to Envy. Virtus Pro, they pretty much do the same thing. Well, rather, Envy do the same thing in that situation, dropping the bomb in ladder. There isn't really a whole lot more to be said about that, just because, I mean, VP, they did waste a lot of time for Envy by pushing mid and then falling back, not taking the risk by leaving somebody behind, just playing for time. But then Envy, you know, all that hard work, clearing mid, trying to get control, trying to get onto that B site, it's gone as soon as you lose control of that bomb.
Yeah. Alanis Morissette would have said it's ironic, you know? You're at the bomb site, you have the bomb. It's like rain on your wedding day.
Wait.
12-7 here as we try and move on from that in towards the A-bomb site where Taz is holding. Going to get a quick kill on NBK as well as Kiyoshima, and another one there. Nice tab at the end to drop Happy. Kenny, last man standing in 1 versus 5. He's going to get shut down by Taz, and that will make it 13-7. So quite a big lead here. And Envy, they're just getting dropped by the wayside. They don't really have a chance right now.
It's pretty much identical to what we saw in the first map against Na'Vi on Dust 2. Envy, they're not really getting much at all out of this half. They just kind of like, I don't know, it's hard to say. They're not winning duels. Apex is trying his best. He's getting those entry frags, right? I mean, we look to the 1 kill that he got on Neo in Connector. There we go. What was Neo thinking? Not a single smoke, nothing there to block it off. I guess he was expecting the short smoke, basically, Neo.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's also just the fact that Kenny has the ult maybe caught him off guard. They've been having mostly AKs all around, so maybe he just got a little bit complacent there. And Kenny, this might be their way back into the round. It's currently a triple kill for him, and he's looking for just a little bit more here. Smoke's going to go up by Ali, going to charge through, and Kenny takes him out. It's a quad kill. And now Pasha moving up here. Kenny looking for the last one. He's going to get the ace as well. AWP. That's what they needed. And put it on Kenny, and this is the result.
Finally. And that's why this is like the wake-up call for Envy, right? They realize, wait a second, we have a guy, if we give him the gun that he wants, he can actually like single-handedly win us around. Fancy that. It's no longer just about the Tech-9s.
But it's so interesting, isn't it? Because when Kenny came out of Titan, you know, it's so much pressure on him to do these kind of rounds. Came into this team, and Happy said, we don't need you to do those rounds. We just want to play, you know, solidly, but not, you know, superstar-like. But this was obviously the kind of performance that we sort of identify Kenny with. So, or identify with Kenny. So now it's going to be Neo to get the kill on MBK. Bialy goes down to Kenny, who now picks up a 6th frag in a row without dying.
No idea what Bialy was doing there. Because Neo should have communicated that there was extra people up at top mid. So Neo peeking behind that. Now Neo trying to go for the big plays, trying to bring it back. It's not going to pan out at all. Happy will catch out Snacks, who had an AWP as well. Taz, though, up close. He could get the second, and he does. But then he loses his teammate in the process, and he's only down to 19 HP, which really isn't a whole lot to work with. And so long as this smoke holds, Envy, they're looking to take advantage of that. They want to get onto the B site. Taz, he reads the situation correctly, though. He should be able to get here just in the nick of time, but he won't be able to stop the plant. He can get in position to try and catch him off guard, though.
Well, he makes it out, but doesn't stay alive for too much longer. Triple kill from Kiyoshima, and that is going to put Envy back on the board here after losing 5 rounds in a row second half. They're now up to 2 in a row themselves, and they are close rounds. They are not surviving with a lot of members here, but they're sort of making it work.
Anders,
what?
Do you believe in symmetry and balance?
In the universe?
I mean, 5 rounds for Envy in the first half, and then Virtus.pro won 8 in a row.
It would be nice. I feel like it would be very pleasing if it turned out to be true.
Oh, I mean, it would mean overtime for us. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll take that. We'll take that, thanks, yeah. More good CS.
I'm ready for it. Yeah, I mean, this is sort of what's deemed a hot match, you know. It turns out to be dead on right now. It's a very good game indeed. 13-9, and Happy playing up apartments here, looking to walk out without any warning. And that's going to be the shot and take down Snacks. But in the middle, Neo with the scout, wreaking havoc to drop 2 players from Envy. Bomb is dropped in top mid here, so I still love that play from Happy, and I love the fact that he's now rotated all the way into CT spawn as well.
But nobody's here. Taz has worked his way off the A site through T-spawn, and Apex, he's starting to push forward into mid just in time. But exactly, if Neo buys even just a little bit more, couple more seconds, there it is. And oh my god, Apex hits the 180 shot. That should have been a guaranteed kill for Taz, but Apex, ungodly shot from him, actually takes him out, brings it back to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, but the bomb is still here, so if he walks up and gets taken out, Kiyoshima has to live. If Pasha catches him, it's gonna be a really big issue. Looks like he makes it past with the help of a little bit of a smoke there. Pasha getting close by Ali, getting a little bit close on the bomb. It will finally go down with about 18 seconds left on the clock. Pasha looking for the spray here. Kiyoshima just gonna overpower him, and now Bialy coming up for CT spawn. Not a big chance for him to do this. 12 health, he's gonna go down immediately. And it will be Envy winning it. 3rd round in a row.
Yeah, he got shot in the knee. Horrible way to end of his story. But 13-10, yeah, they're coming back into this. And VP now, same situation. Yeah, we're seeing it again here. That's As far as I'm concerned, that's like Apex should be just done, like 6 feet under, and then he somehow gets a 180 headshot onto Taz.
Just a little bit ridiculous. We're going into the 9th round, second half here. Taz at 23 kills. Not always the player we look for to be top fragging on the VP side, but it's a pretty good job on him right now. Pasha going to be trying to see if he can get a little bit closer here, and Snax also playing right at the corner, right at the edge. He spots out the foot of Happy. That's a dirty angle.
Yeah, and he gets all excited once he sees that ankle. Comes after him.
Maybe Happy shaved his legs, you know, getting ready for it.
You know, those girls back in the day, French girls had a reputation. Happy, maybe try to keep that.
Oh, that's such a disturbing line of thought we're going down here.
Ask him to dance the can-can next time we see him.
Oh, down to 1 health as well, and Neo peeking up the ladder.
It was oh so, yeah, exactly.
Are you still there, MBK? Oh. Yeah, he was. He only had 1 health anyway, but and this is an eco round. Byali will get a good shot in there, and if Snax had stayed alive and even got a kill, maybe there was a way to retrieve this round for VDP, but it's obviously not going to happen. It's 2 versus 3. Bomb has gone down, and they really only had pistol and armor, so I mean, yeah, Virtus Pro doing some good damage in this round. Don't think they can win it.
There's a shot, and there it is. Apex, nicely done. Catches Byali out at range. Taz can save that AK, though. So little do they know, but Taz, he's just like in a whirlwind. How did the Tasmanian Devil actually used to move? Yeah, wasn't it that, like, the little tornado, little tornado around him? There we go, you know? He's like a genie, just floating away off into the distance, carrying away that AK.
Yeah, that was like in the... Is that like a
Looney Tunes,
Bunny thing?
Yeah, Looney Tunes,
yeah,
right?
I think it is.
Well, Taz, he's going to have to show his fangs in the next round, because it's starting to get a little too close for comfort here for Virtus Pro. 11 to 13, VP, they will have the full buy, and now Taz, he's got all the money. He's got everything he needs. Incendiary? Does he go for the Incendiary? What is going on? Taz, there it is. Okay, HE, does he get a kit? There we go. What was that debate? What took him so long to make up his mind?
Serious business here. I mean, they might just be overthinking everything right now, VP, because they have lost a lot of rounds in a row. Finally, Byali going to come out on top, and Neo still playing the window over at the B-bomb site. Pasha playing close here. Smoke goes up, and they're all coming for him, and he's going to get run over. The smoke did bloom, but MBK just kept holding down Mouse 1 and ends up picking up that kill. Neo now playing from Catwalk and hopes to catch a kill on somebody. He's going to miss the flick, and now he's out of the open. No cover, and Kiyoshima to take him down. Snax is flanking, but Apex is up here. This is actually... Yeah, VP just falling back. Apex
looking into the wall as well, listening to see if anybody else is coming up on short. Now he's going to have a bit of a rude surprise. Yeah, there we go. Snax takes a bite out of him. But 3-on-3, and yeah, the rest of VP backing off. Team Envious don't really want to take that fight either. As we can see, their money isn't super established. So if they can avoid losing a couple rifles, that'd be great. They really just want to hunt down the last 2 here. If they can find just 1 player on Virtus Pro, this would be big. But VP successful in saving these guns. Actually, now it's very even between both of these teams.
I mean, as soon as VP are rushing top mid and they get this kill up here, it makes a lot of sense for the rest of Envy, who are obviously stacked up in towards here, to actually just rush quickly. Because usually this kind of push, it leaves 1 person rushing, maybe 2, and then 1 in window. So you kind of have some good information about where the rest of the CT side is once you see that 1 person pushing. Obviously, someone has to be on A as well, so you've pretty much got intel on where 3 out of 5 members are as soon as you see that 1 guy there. So Envy just not wasting any time, and this time they're going to get the opening frag on Snax.
Oh, and there's the angle. Taz, though, he continues to deliver shots. He takes out MBK. He will get returned on by Kiyoshima. But I mean, 1-for-1 trade. He still did a little bit of work here. It's going to come down to Happy, though, and Byali realizes just in time, turns around, makes sure the backstab can't come through, and we lose Kiyoshima to Neo as well. Apex and Kenny, the last 2 alive. They had the advantage. They had everything they needed. And I think we've lost Apex again.
He's just
a shadow of his former self.
I was just about to say that. It's so scary. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it out of this round.
Oh, no. Are they playing on their phones again?
It could be. Their pings aren't too bad, but you can get this kind of ping on 4G. Yeah. It's possible.
Remember back in the day when Forrest had to do that? Like a couple games where it's like Forrest would have to use his phone internet to get the game going.
I've played Diablo through my 4G. It's definitely possible. Kenny hasn't given up on this round, even though Apex is no longer here, but Neo is going to shut him down, and it almost, I mean, they had the streak going. They're about to, well, and they did have a pretty bad start to this round, but I think Apex only disconnected by the time they were 2 versus 3. So a bit of a shame. It's going to put it at 14-12, and I guess we'll see if we can get Apex back at some point.
Yeah, there's the pause. There's the pause. No time wasted. I mean, they still have money to go for the buy, Envy, so it's, I suppose, not the end of the world. But Apex DCing as well before the end of the round. Will he get the money? Will he be able to actually get the start money necessary here?
Look at
They
this.
actually hold them, though. They, like, the Karambit, like, what's going on here, Valve? Where are the priorities at? The Karambit still looks like the guy's holding some, I mean, like, just, he's holding it backward. Like, go find somebody who has a Karambit. I think Pasha has a Karambit. Where's Pasha? There. Look at that. What is this? The Karambit is still held, like, weird.
Yeah, it's true.
And then they actually make the Shadow Daggers look good.
Game-breaking flaws that we're discovering here.
I am so disappointed.
It's gonna, I mean, you're French as well, so this is gonna end up with some sort of strike, isn't it? They're just gonna not show up for work one day.
Sure, yeah, the protest.
The protest.
Every single time we've gone to France, there's been some kind of strike as well. Like, just stop.
It's like the regular farmers, like the... Oh, there we go in the middle, actually. Taz going to be picking up a shot there as MBK is traded for Neo. Taz going down. He had no backup at all. And Snacks very low on health in CT spawn. So 4 versus 3 right here. And Byali playing on Catwalk. And Envy once again off to a very good start here. If they win this round, they could actually end up 16-14 VP here. They might completely break the Polish economy.
Yeah, this is where it all comes down to. And Bialy, nice timing with that incendiary. Full flashed as well, though, and that's all the opening Apex needs. It's going to be Pasha now. Now that he's lost Snacks, he realizes Happy's still lurking, still going for the backstab. Pasha, is he actually going to find Happy? Happy is just, like, infinitely patient as well. Look at this. Oh, there it is. And he actually gets the timing right on Pasha, man. Pasha, how many dents does, like, Pasha's desk have in it, right? That's a dent-worthy moment right there. I don't mean Harvey. Like,
14-13, Summer. What do you think? Are we about to see Envy with a really, really ridiculous comeback?
I'm believing now. I can see this happen. Like, this is already getting ridiculous. Now, I mean, they weren't wrong to call this the hot match.
Oh,
this is by far the closest match we've had so far over the past 2 days.
Oh, Snacks, he so desperately wants this, but MBK, he is smartly positioned himself out of Zeus range. They do spot him there over at this bomb site. It'd have to be Pasha coming up with a big scout kill here.
He can spot the movement at least. They know that one player's over there. But Happy has taken out Snacks in the meantime. That was up in A apartments. MBK, I thought for a second, was actually going to be setting up with his teammate, but no, it's going to be the smoke in the window. They're going to try and set it up now so that perhaps they can work their way out from underpass. And Happy takes out Taz. That pretty much opens everything up. Apex catches Neo. That was in connector.
We are temporarily stuck on the smoke with the camera.
Oh, no, that bug is still here, too?
That can happen every once in a while, and I'm not exactly sure how it happens, but it does. So we'll get back to it. Don't worry, guys. It's not much happening anyway. There we go. Byali is going to be going down, and now Pasha, last man alive. Looked like that should have been a headshot, but I think the aim punch caught him first, and that's going to ruin that round for him. 14-14. Going down into the very last stages of this match here, and Byali has a lot of money. He could easily enough drop for a teammate if they wanted an AWP. He could have maybe even got that, but they're gonna go all rifles, including a P90 on Taz.
Yeah, so it looks like Neo had that M4 over from Byali. So let's see. I mean, they're going to be setting up that defense. Nothing too crazy coming out of here from Virtus.pro so far. 2 guys on the B side early on, but we may have an aggressive push into Pit again. Considering they saw MBK there last time, it doesn't. This makes sense to try and put somebody through. Comes down to the timing. They're going to set up that flash, and Snacks is going to go ahead for the peek over in Pit, but that's not where Envy are setting up. Envy, they're setting up for a B side taken. There's actually a shot that hits. They take Pasha down to 24.
Apex walking up with on the pass. It's going to be dropping Neo. There's a huge opening once again here. Envy. They get Apex back from a bit of a disconnect, and now they are looking really hot once again. And you're right, that shot hitting through the edge on Pasha means he is not going to be in a great position. It makes a lot of sense to boost him up here. And maybe Byali going to try and just get their attention, and then may hope that they forget about Pasha.
Happy also getting picked off. And they have begun to rotate back. I mean, considering they saw the players in B apartments, nobody going to be showing themselves in mid either here. There's so little information for Virtus Pro to go off of. Snax has gotten into position, so he can rotate into mid or towards B very quickly, but all action is going to be on A, and it's only Taz with the P90 as well. This is not the best gun to have in this situation.
No, definitely not. He just needs to survive right now. They're getting a little bit close as well. Has to call for some backup, and Snax is showing up as well. Taz going to take down one. Snax in the back line. Sprays down Apex. Look at the clock here. 15 seconds left. And they are getting very close to a bomb plant right now. They're going to have to go for it. And also rotating in from CT spawn is going to be by Ali.
Damn, the timing was flawless. They nearly get the shot in there as well. But Kenny, he persists. He's alive, and Kiroshima's got his back as well. Kenny misses the shot on, but he misses the second one as well. Puts it into the box. This is it, the turning point. VP, they're going to completely overwhelm Kenny, get the bomb plant, and win the key round. Envy, they were so close to the comeback. It was right there on the edge.
Well, now we might legitimately have overtime. Oops, just because they do have the money on Envy's side to make a buy. They've got no issues at all here, so obviously 15-14 in favor of VP, but Envy, they've been winning a lot of rounds here second half. If they win one more, then it's overtime.
This is it. And over on Virtus Pro side, yeah, they had 3 players. That was also so key. 3 players live. They can all get fully bought up. This is going to be a perfect round here. Very even across the board. Everybody has the necessary, has what they need. And again, Envy going for double op. That's just mind-blowing. Like, they're making it a fixed strat for them on T side to go double AWP. I mean, not only do you have Kenny, but now Happy can go ahead and have some fun with it as well. NBK looking to take top mid. There's still Neo, though. He's got that AWP, and he's holding left side, so this might actually catch them a little off guard.
Yeah, they're making a lot of noise, and that smoke is about to clear as well. Neo looking for the opening, but a second smoke goes up, and he doesn't have the patience to wait around for that long. Taz in sight here. Got to be careful. He's got Snax with him, and Snax will open up on Happy, so that's going to be finally an opening frag for VP, but swiftly returned as Ali goes down over at that B-bomb site.
And Taz just putting some shots through, hoping to put some pressure on the man, and oh my god, NBK. Oh, NBK catches Neo, and now this could actually cut the defense in half. He's got that midpoint now. And Virtus Pro, they aren't really sure. They can't fully rotate off, although Snax is still waiting in pit. He's getting a lot of info. He says, hey, I don't see anybody. That's actually allowing for Taz to rotate over towards that B site.
Wow, they almost line up for Pasha, but now it's going to be a 1 versus 4 here, and Snax goes down. What a round from NBK playing that window. Triple kill on him, and right into overtime.
And this... Okay then, right? Hot match. I mean, it's actually working out this time. We've actually got a really close game on our hands. So many shenanigans, so many just quirky plays coming out. Neo as well backing off. You think that VP would actually be able to just spin that out of control, though, making sure that Happy couldn't get any... I mean, killing him off first, making sure that he didn't get a pick. You think that that's when VP are going to make it all happen, but then NBK boosted up into mid.
I mean, and that's part of the problem. So what's been happening a lot is that if VP try and take fights in the middle here, then Envy win them. So, and especially because they're running that double up setup like you talked about, it's really dangerous trying to peek too much. But if you play more defensively, which they were this time, you know, they had a guy playing here, they had a guy playing all the way back here, then you give control. Then they can do this mid boost instead, and NBK just had the right timing for it. Well, it's going to be a good opening here as Kenny goes down and... Oh, we're not set up yet.
Yeah, we're not
set up. I
up.
was like, what? Didn't they do a reset? I thought they did a restart. I was like, oh, we're live. We're going to be ready.
No, it should be MR310K.
Yeah, it should be, shouldn't
mistaken.
it? I think that's become the most popular
Seems
format,
like
hasn't it?
I'm kind of on the fence. I'm still a fan of the MR316K. Just so you have money for all the rounds. It's really just 3 big buy rounds going at it. But
yeah, me too. Actually, I think it's good. I think if you had time, like MR5 actually can also work out pretty well. We haven't actually seen it too much yet, but there was definitely a point in like Global Offensive where MR3 would just spawn more and more and more overtime, so you'd end up having like 5 overtimes. And then it's almost better to just have MR5 and just go for it that one time.
I mean, this is still, yeah.
This time we're legitimately live. This time it's happening.
It's happening, people. I mean, it's still so important now because of this format. 10,000 starting money. You guys can see Neo. He's already down to 3,900. So I mean, if you go for that op buy, if you go for a full-out, all-out investment right off the bat, you're leaving yourself very little room to work with as the CT side. If you lose that first round, it's putting you already into an awkward buy in the second round. And then if you lose that one going into the third, you have no money left. So all the pressure now on VP to just pick up this crucial round for themselves here in the first half of overtime.
Yeah, and we're going to go for, I mean, a very, very default set here for the Envy side. Going to try and be quick about it as well. Snax going to spray down one through the smoke, and Taz still playing down here in shadow. I think he got spotted by NBK, but flashes go through. Taz will go down, and Snax will go down, and it's now brought back in favor of Envy. Byali has to wait for Pasha here. They can definitely use this. Pasha coming up from behind. Byali, he's got a lot of grenades, so he can even buy... or at least divert a lot of attention here, but Kenny sees it coming.
Yeah, that was the key moment right there. That's all that internal clock as well. That's that feeling. You're like, okay, he would have had time to make it here by now. Nice shot by Byali to start. He does some damage to Kenny as well, but then third man, that's it. 1v3, just such a difficult situation. He manages to neutralize the first two, but then Happy waiting on the site just catches him out. And there it is. Envy, they pick up the all-important first round of the half. So now VP, it's Byali. Does he decide to drop? No, they're just going to focus on the rifles. No AWP here for Virtus Pro. And Neo, is he not full buying?
He's going to save a little bit, just in case. Pasha, not so much. Neo going to be down in the middle, but they spot him, and he tries to make it back, but Kiyoshima puts a shot through the side of the wall, and it's enough to get the kill on him. So... you can tell that immediately when he knew that he got spotted, he was like, abort. He just couldn't make it out.
But you see the difference already in tactics as well between Virtus Pro, who like to put that early short smoke down, and then that allows for, it's a little bit slower, but it still allows them to get behind the boxes, and then they can start, pushing 3 into mid, get control that way. Envy are just like YOLO. They don't even bother with smokes. They just run right out there and challenge whoever happens to be, facing them at that time. So it's a much faster, more aggressive approach that we're seeing out of Envy, and that seems to be catching Neo off guard, because that's the second time we've seen him jump out of window and just, abort, get out.
Yeah, he was very much alone as well. I think Snax was maybe trying to get in there to help him, but couldn't really make it in time. So 4 versus 3 here in a very critical round. If VP lose this, their economy will be broken for the last round of the overtime as well. Shot from Taz, but Kenny takes him down through the box, and that's going to be an excellent kill. Byali coming in to help out Snax. He's got the Molotov as well, but is he going to be here by the time the bomb gets in? Snax with one more headshot. How's Kenny going to easily put down the bomb? He's inside the smoke now, and that's going to be the plan here. Molotov way too far in. Byali in a very tough position here. 1 versus 2. They'll try and see if he can make it a bit closer. They're putting out a lot of flashbangs, and they feel very confident in this plant.
Yeah, they've got the HEs going in as well. They've actually doubled up now. This gets really difficult for Byali. If he gets the first pick, it's not going to happen. But theoretically, if he gets the first pick, he might be thinking the other guy went into jungle, the other guy went some other angle, and boom, that's where the second man waiting in pit peaks, gets that free kill. Nice and easy. But Envy, man, they are just railroading Virtus Pro right now. 17-15. They're on the way to that perfect half. And yeah, exactly. This is the issue with the issue, right? This is just what can happen if you start with 10,000. You're in a forced buy situation if you're on CT side and you don't pick up one of the rounds. Just no money left.
Oh well, Snax is in underpass doing that flashbang like last time. Not gonna really connect. And Byali making his way out the middle with a deagle, and it's an instant headshot on Happy, but simultaneously Snax went down in underpass, so just trading evenly.
Yeah, and then Pasha, boom, shuts down Keo. That's what we're looking at right here. Pasha, another jump shot. They're still low, and he's going to pick up another. He could get a third. They still haven't dealt with him. Byali's going to be able to pick up that kill, and it's going to be down to NBK, who hits an unreal shot onto Pasha. But still a 1v3 situation here for NBK with a minute left on the clock, and he's just hoping that Byali gets impatient, goes for the peak. And yeah, now, unless NBK can get that instant shot back, bring it to a 1v2 super quick, odds of him actually pulling this off now are pretty slim. Everybody from VP are just going to be camping that bomb.
Yeah, they know he has to come eventually. Grenade on out as well. NBK trying to salvage it here. This was looking like a good round from them, but they ran into that Mag 7, and Pasha going to be able to win the round for them, more or less. Taz picking up the last kill there. 17-16. We are looking for the first team to 19 rounds in the overtime here. We'll see if they can bring it back, VP, because they do need to win a couple of rounds here.
If they can achieve something. Oh yeah, they need to at least 2. Then they guarantee a second half, at least, or second round of overtime. Because we're looking, yeah, for that first team to 19, so this is it. We shouldn't be waiting too long here between halves either. We should be just moving along because we actually are 10 minutes past the hour, so we're actually eating into our third game here. So, but sometimes, you know, this is just how it goes.
Yeah.
Hot match. They can't end it quick.
Too hot.
It's too hot. It's too hot in the hot tub.
It's very, very nearly on fire.
Oh. He was up in a room.
I see. I see. Well, I'm not sure what's keeping us right now. Just waiting for. I mean, it could just be that someone needs a little bit something to drink. It is. They've been playing for a while now, just on this best of one here. So once we get back, obviously, if Envy pick up 2 of their rounds on the CT side here, then they're going to be good to go. This has just been a kind of a crazy game.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm dancing.
There's new music, Semler. The music in your head, is that it?
There is apparently people saying that the karambit is held like that so that it's the same.
What?
So that it's not a disadvantage to have it sticking out to the right and it won't give away your position. Yeah, sorry, guys, that's not good enough.
It wouldn't, though.
It's off on the right, maybe. If you're sticking into the wall, you know, maybe it sticks out if a corner or something.
But couldn't he just hold it, like, instead of it sticking out, couldn't he just hold it,
like
in?
Up and down or something? Yeah, or in, yeah.
I don't know.
I think that there's I'm not, I think this, you know, this is like people finding, you know, reasons. I don't know. Still, it's also like you want to use the karambit. There you go. That's how it has to be.
Look at this. Almost getting ready. I think the start of the chat they are saying that should be readying up any second. So Taz and Snacks. Oh, actually, just Snacks still standing still. I don't think it can be much longer now. Before we're ready. I wonder who is it that who's got the karambit? Can we get a view of it? Happy's got one as well.
Happy's actually got one too. What? Yeah, but yeah, you see. It's the same angle, but I don't know, because if you could hold it back so that it's like still like, you know, hugging your forearm or something, right?
I don't know.
It doesn't exactly have to look like it does there, but it's just like
we're gonna have to buy a karambit.
You know, they're all about like attention to detail. You know, oh, we want the game to look realistic.
If it really is the case that it will make you like a wider model, then that definitely shouldn't be in the game. But maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it a little bit longer. I think gonna reserve judgment for later. Second half of the overtime is going to be in effect. Oh, sorry, yeah, second half of the overtime going to be effect here. Envy versus Virtus.pro. It's only our second match of the day, and it's been quite a long one here. It's the hot match as well that we've been talking about. So, rightly so. It's been pretty good so far. Kenny flashing himself and out of the smoke as well into underpass. NBK and Apex picking up a kill each, and Kenny coming in to the fray here as well. It's going to be really, really bad now for Taz in a 1 versus 5. Picks up a couple of kills, but he's still trapped here, and they just keep throwing people at him until he runs out of health and bullets, and now just 1 round away is Envy.
Now it turns out that Envy, they you know, they have better memories than Goldfish, because they actually remembered what worked at the end of the regular time.
True.
Rush into mid, challenge Virtus.pro, go in there fast, take that mid fight, and that's what Envy were doing towards the end of regular time, and they do it again here. First round on CT, boom, they go and bop Virtus.pro in the face. Just like, let them know right off the bat. Challenge you mid, we're not going to give it to you for free.
BP, all about the AKs this round. They've got all the Molotovs as well. See if they can set it up and extend. Right now, they're fighting for double overtime. That's the only way they're going to keep playing this game. Otherwise, Envy are going to run away with it here. Got a bit of a setup over at Kenny, Kiyoshima, and Apex. And it's going to be a classic push against here with all the Molotovs and everything else. We'll see if Envy can hold on to it. All the smoke's going in, and Kiyoshima in a good position, I think.
Yeah, he's still in sandwich. Molotov goes down to block him, though. He's going to step out, and he's still got... I mean, Apex actually kills him, but then Kenny chimes in, and the damage is being dealt here. Virtus.pro down to 2 players. Bomb dropped out in the open, and Kenny's still alive on the side. Although, as I say that, Snacks is there. Apex is taking the position, though. He's up and get right. I mean, double spray down from Apex. And, well, that was a very quick second half, rather. That was very quickly done.
Yeah, just Envy eventually making it out with a win here against VP. It looked in the beginning like that was never going to be possible. So I don't know, just a kind of a strange game, but also kind of an exciting one on Mirage. A map that we don't know. I think like we need to see more Mirage.
Yeah, it's always a fun one. Even though, and I actually got to talk about Olofmeister about Olofmeister the other day, because I was just like, why don't we see people going for like old LGB style, where it's like you guys just pushed into apartments every round and did all sorts of crazy stuff on the extremities, and he's like, yeah, but now people figure that out. They tend to counter it. I mean, there's so many different ways on Mirage that you can play it, but then these teams have been playing it for so long as well now that a lot of the old tricks, like the double push into A apartments, these sorts of plays, they've been figured out, right? Teams have taken that into account, and so it's just this constant evolution happening on this map, like what works and what doesn't. But it's definitely one of the more entertaining ones. You've got a lot of options on the map.
Yeah, I feel like it's true. And it also was a map, I think, for a long time was sort of, it was only a couple of teams that played it. But now we have like a wider pool of teams that are willing to try it on it, you know. So I'm glad that more and more teams are picking up Mirage as a potential playground.
Guys, that was the hot match of the day. So be sure to go and check it out on the Score Esports on the app, iOS, Google Play. Bam. Go and check that out. But that was the hot match of the week, or of the day.
Of the week.
Of the week.
Yeah.
That's it. One match per week. So, and I think it lived up to it. We got overtime. Fancy that. They didn't jinx us, Anders. Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff indeed. So obviously there is more Counter-Strike coming up. We've yet to see Titan to play. I think that's at the end of the evening. But it's gonna be still some really good games. I mean, we pretty much have just 4 good games in a row. We're 2 down and 2 more to go. Yeah. So we will be back after a quick break.
And because we're live, and it is actually Titan coming out pretty far ahead of Virtus.pro here. 2 people still alive here for Virtus.pro going into the retake. Bomb planted on the A site. Snacks doing work. Pasha nearly overwhelming Scream, but it's not meant to be this time. Scream will actually be the one to get a quad kill in this pistol round, and, well, there you have it. A-site take from Titan, and leading up to that, it was a lot of people actually coming out through balcony and through apartments. I think 4 from Titan snuck their way out onto that A-site, so that was the strat used by Titan in the pistol.
Yep, a very, very cool idea, just holding it a little bit of mid control, making sure no one is sneaking up for banana or anything like that, and then 4 people rushing out is so hard to deal with, even in rifle rounds, but in pistol rounds especially. It's very hard to keep that control once you've got that many people rushing you down. Now, it's going to be Titan with a good lead here versus Pro. They did lose that match, the last one in overtime, so they're going to be a little bit frustrated. This Titan team, I feel like they're like the talking point now, and everyone's excited to see if they're going to be able to really bring it back to the top.
The glory days, the heyday. I mean, the day when they were one of the most feared teams on the planet. Yeah, we're all looking for that. But for now, at least, it's starting off pretty strong. They got that pistol. Looks like they've got control of the second round as well. Existence making sure that Neo can't flank around from short. Taz is kind of stuck in library. And there's 3 players still alive here for Virtus.pro, but they're just getting overwhelmed. This SMG buy actually kind of working out here for Titan, even with Virtus.pro going for the counter, which is to go for helmets. It's just not panning out for VP. And Snacks. Right.
Yeah, he's ready. Pasha right behind him. He's actually going to switch it up and try and get a little bit more range, but Pasha finding 2 kills there in RPK and Shocks, and that's definitely going to be a little bit annoying for them. They lined up for the CZ.
But what if he'd had a Zeus, Sanders?
Then he would have only killed 1, but it would have been twice as satisfying.
Ah, okay.
See?
Okay. Let's see. This is actually pretty decent for VP. I mean, Pasha and Snacks both getting away with an MP7 and a MAC-10. 2 SMGs picked up. They hold on to some gear as well. It's not going to prompt a force buy out of Virtus.pro, but they can actually do some damage to Titan this round. Titan have to be a little leery now, going around those into like up short, you know, the close quarters areas, banana, where these SMGs could actually be put to good use. And nobody, you know, the bomb, it's not important for Titan. They're just gonna leave it back in spawn. Okay, there we go. Smith actually goes back to pick it up. Good man.
Somebody has to, right? They've got both the SMGs actually pushing into Shocks, who's right down here with an SMG of his own. Neo going to be first in line, but armor versus no armor, and it's a jumping headshot from Shocks. He was at the peak of his jump there and getting the kill. Bayali playing here, and Shocks is going to get shocked. It's perfect, isn't it? Bayali going to be the last man standing, 1 versus 3. We had Zeus getting Zeus yesterday, Shocks getting shocked. What else can we do, Semler? Just throw it at me, you know, I'm ready.
Ah! I don't know. I don't know what to say. Oh, it's painful. Okay. Deep breath.
You're over it. Just, channel that rage. Channel, put it into creative use. I feel like that's the only thing to do.
Well, there we go. And Viali now, I mean, yeah, why not? Just run in here, see if you can't find somebody. He's hoping to get it. Can he get there fast enough? No. Boom. All right, so Titan, they keep 3 guns alive. That's the long and short of it. They lost Shocks, but then he only had the MP7. Not the end of the world for them. And so they actually will have the money to go for a full buy here, Titan. No problem at all. It's going to be VP also going for rifles. 1 P90 picked up on Snacks this time, not Taz. I was kind of expecting Taz to go for it, but looks like Taz had enough for that M4. Still get that helmet armor. And while Smith's, Galil for Smiths. Okay. Smith's taking a bit more of a backseat in these roles. He's carrying the bomb. He's the one going for a Galil. No, he actually stays with the 5.7. He doesn't want to even use the Galil. Okay, interesting, interesting. Curious to see if he's taking more of that support role now.
Quick round into the middle here. Existence and RPK pick up 2 great kills, and that's going to leave Neo in the pit very much alone. There was a bit of backup coming in from Catwalk. Nice shot from Neo, but Snacks has already gone down, and Neo is still alone up here. Pasha trying to get there as fast as possible. Neo gonna go down to RPK, who picks up the 2nd kill of the round for himself and Pasha. He takes down Smiths. He's very low on health indeed. 1 versus 2.
That's not quite good enough here in this situation. Still a good nade count here on Titan. They can just keep chucking flashes out. Still an HE on RPK as well, and Pasha only on 6 HP. It's really low, and he's actually going to decide to back off and hold on to his weapons. Smart move on his part. If he'd had a little bit more HP, if he'd managed to survive with a bit more, might have gone in to that retake, but yeah, it's better to just back off. A-site retake, there's so many angles you have to worry about. It would have been a really tough job for Pasha to get done.
A nice little angle here from Pasha, maybe to try and see if he could get someone coming through a library. We can tell that Titan are running a different path. So 4-0 here early on. I mean, that kind of aggression into middle. Neo was alone in pit, like, 10 seconds into the round or something, like maybe 15 seconds into the round. And the backup that was coming through Banana, if they got the kill, if VP had won the fight down there, that would have been great, but they didn't. Neo had to just delay for way too long.
Yeah, in the end, it just, yeah, exactly. It's down to timing. It's down to timing. And, well, this isn't going to get any easier here for Virtus.pro, although they are interested in giving us a bit of a show. 3 Deagles picked up for them. So we'll see if they can actually put those to good use, if they can find a 1 Deag. No real targets for them to work with, though. Titan working their way up 2nd mid, hoping to be able to just catch somebody off guard here. They do hear somebody up in apartments, so that's information that's going to get communicated. And yeah, just dunk the nade on top of Taz. Taz looking for that info. He's going to get punished. But Viali doing a little bit of damage to RPK at least, and he gets the fadeaway headshot onto Scream.
It's ridiculous. Taz here to see if he can follow up on that, and RPK is right around the corner. And Taz is here as well, and RPK, not sure why he kept going there. That's going to give them the bomb. Viali will go down finally. Taz is covering it still. Pasha going to be walking closer with that M4 in hand that he saved from the previous round. Neo checking apartments, but now Pasha going to come into it. Snacks with 1 more headshot. Titan, they're giving away this round. Kill for kill. It's going to be Taz to finish it off. Double on him. I mean, the fact that they knew that Taz was on this corner, they knew that Viali was over here. As soon as RPK walks in here, he's in a crossfire. And there's no one there to help him. That's very confusing. That's the sound of Semler actually, just was that like face palming the desk?
Face planting the desk, yeah.
Yeah, face planting the desk.
Sometimes things happen and you're just like, I don't understand.
No, because they just put so much effort into winning that last round, which was the big buy round from VP. Then they get it knocked down by Deagles and a saved M4. Well, they're going to pick up an AWP on Smiths as well. Interesting.
Well, let's see. I mean, Smith says, I mean, he had the money. That's the thing. He was using the Galil, not the most expensive rifle. I mean, he's been kind of managing his funds, so no surprise to see Smith going for that AWP. He's also had a tendency to use it in the past on this map. He's one of those few oppers who's not afraid to go to the sniper rifle on such a congested map. But let's see, Neo starts it off strong, removes Smith, and there it is, the crossfire kicking into play, but then 2 quick shots come right back into it. Scream and Shocks, 2 headshots, opening it up, bringing it back to a 3-on-3.
See if they can hold on here. Taz hiding in the corner. It's a good headshot to start with here, but he's going to get overwhelmed. And Pasha showing up exactly 1 second too late. Now they're going to be fighting him, and Shox comes out on top. It's now a triple kill. And Snax, they're running in one at a time. VP's the last man left looking for the fight. In about 30 seconds, he's going to fall back and try and play a much longer game. And Titan, they're just going to make a run for it here. That was, I mean, Taz was alive just long enough that when he died, Pasha showed off to take over. Then Pasha dies, then Snax shows up. If they just all slow it down a bit, they actually have a chance to at least play some better odds.
And yeah, Snax just now realizing what happened. They pulled the wool over his eyes. He realizes he's going to step quiet, but no, he's just going to run right up here. He's making the noise. He's looking to catch somebody off guard. Somehow catch him out of position, but Existence was ready and waiting. As soon as Snax rounds the corner, boom, Existence strikes, and this resets the economy for Virtus Pro. This makes their life a little bit more difficult. But because they had won an eco round and kept so many guns for free, VP actually have the money for a full buy here. That's basically like a bit of luck there for VP that things broke down the way they did. Because if they were on a hard eco, double eco situation on Inferno or Titan, I mean, they're already up on 5 rounds. If they would have got up to 6 or 7 for free, this would have been a catastrophe rather for VP.
And it's so weird to see Titan play like this. Titan are playing almost like a way that Envy would play. You know, they're just quick there. They look for early fights, and as soon as they get them, they just keep powering through. This isn't like the slow and sort of very methodical Titan here, and I'm loving it.
Do you think this is the Smiths and Shox kind of having an influence on the roster? Scream coming into it as well. I mean, you got 3 guys who are pretty much new to the team in a sense.
And also for 3 guys who in the past have had sort of severe issues with Existence, you know, micromanagement way of playing. But also, I actually do also think it's just Existence also saying, look, I'm also going to be playing a more loose style. Let's just all play a more loose style. Let's just keep going and see if it's going to work out here by Ali. Just going to get a good double kill there. Taz with a shot on RPK and Screaming Existence making their way onto the site, but there's still a guy in pit, and that was Neo. He goes down though, and now it's back into a 2 versus 2, and they could get this bomb plant through. Pasha can't stop it. What a turnaround.
How did VP lose control of that situation? Let it get this close. And now there's a man in pit. There's a man in Graveyard waiting as well. Scream is going to be spawning up on short. Perfect situation for him, seeing as how that's basically like the headshot roll right there. And there it is. Peekaboo moment. And Existence gets both kills. Sick frag on the last one on Pasha. But that was so nice. And look at that. Existence is top fragging right now for Titan.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, so... this Existence had a really weird career in this game. First of all, because all of the sort of brilliance that we credited him with, it's really hard to prove what he's really doing. We're not hearing the comms, and even if we were, a lot of us wouldn't understand it anyway. And then also, and then in the beginning of Global Offensive, he was probably the most hated person in the game in terms of like being on a top team, and everyone felt like he was horribly underperforming here. Shock's going to be rushing in, and it's a armor or a no armor pistol around here coming out of VP, so it should be shut down.
Oh, this might be bad though. I think he's calling out that nobody's here on the A site.
Oh yeah, you could be right.
Because look at this, they're rotating back. This might actually work. Taz! Oh, flashing a boiler. Actually, are they going to check? Are they going to be very thorough here, Titan? No, they aren't. They catch Snax, but there's 2 players on this A site right now. Titan, they could be completely caught off guard. Smiths, bit of a heart attack moment there for him. Now, well, it's going to be down to Bialy, and yeah, not going to get anything done. He had a bit of a golden opportunity there to take out Existence. And, you know, that's the segue, Anders. Existence. That's the
segue. No, what I was going to say is he was, like, people were really sort of hating on him. He was like the Hunden of, like, early Global Offensive, essentially. It was really awful. There was another French player that I'm trying to recall the name of who actually ended up retiring. What was his name?
Hearts?
No, it was before that.
Yorick?
It wasn't Yorick. It was... the name will come back to me any second now.
Alright.
Ostriker.
Okay.
People used to hate a lot on Ostriker as well. Yeah, there have been some people like that. But actually, in CSS, like Vendetta has been saying this to us for a long time. CSS Existence, just raw fragging ability was really, really up there. Like a very, very strong player. So I don't know. Maybe he's got some renewed energy to play this game. Maybe he's been struggling for a long time with this team. I'm actually very excited to watch Existence play nowadays. I feel like it's Almost feels like the dawn of a new day. Scream going to be moving up here on the quad side, moving in towards the bomb site. Bialy with a good shot there on Existence to drop him, and RPK turning around and catching Snax in a move that would have otherwise maybe 1VP the round here, but now there's still a chance here. And look at Scream turning around and spraying down Neo. Now it's going to be defending over at Banana. Pasha in a great position here with about 30 seconds left. They did see him, and they're getting the shots through. And it has to be a headshot because it's Scream. And now look who's looking up here. Shox. If he clears out or even knows where Taz is, that could be a really big move.
Oh, they realize this. Look at this VP. Nice shot there by Taz. Good spray taking out Shoxy. And now RPK and Scream, they're going to round the corner straight into the firing squad. VP one step ahead of Titan. They saw the fake coming, and they are in position to stop that push up onto the A site. Nice recovery there by VP, but they're definitely not out of the woods yet. Only 2 survive, so this is still going to be a very awkward buy for them. Not ideal. Far from it. This is still, I mean, yeah, it's going to take some adjusting, I think, to see, you know, Existence doing so much. It seems like he's also putting himself in positions where he's going to be able to pick up more frags as well, whereas it used to be he was a bit more like, I don't want to say like the spider or something, but, you know, kind of the puppet master, you know, just so focused on what his teammates were doing that he wasn't really focusing on his own game at all.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. Which is, it could be a great trait, but it could also be a bit of a problem. Snax here with the Max 7 close. It's going to execute 1, 2, third kill. Snax looking for a quad. He can't get it, but Pasha's going to be there to pick it up. Wonderful sequence there, shutting down the whole Titan side. And that is going to give Virtus Pro just a bit of breathing room here. Not that much money on Titan, and you got to wonder if they're going to risk a force up here, and they will. That's again something that they wouldn't normally do. But I think Existence's willingness to sort of sacrifice himself for his teammates has been, it's a really, really good quality to have. But if you do it over a period of like 2.5 years, you're gonna wake up one day and feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't. I'm so sick of it. So I think just the sort of mentally for him to refresh himself, it's really good.
This is in a lot of things, right? This could be the fact that they no longer have Kenny to worry about with the AWP. This could also be the fact that, well, Titan have 7 rounds on Inferno T side, so they're like, YOLO! You do what we want now, boys. Go for those unpredictable kinds of plays. And, well, they have an idea of where, yeah, Scream is playing from. If they run into Scream, though, and give him the chance to land headshots, he will do that to you, though. He will just wreck you.
That grenade landed quite literally. It actually did hit Scream's model. You see a little wobble there at the end, so there's a bit of a grenade collision going on, and it's going to bring it back to 4-7. This game could be a very interesting one. I feel like Titan are fired up, and they will be playing in our last game as well against Dignitas, so we will be seeing a little bit of them. I honestly, I have been feeling like steadily less and less interested in what Titan have been doing in all their games, because I feel like I just didn't see any hope.
True.
With this lineup now, I'm feeling
There's the spark there.
Yeah, I'm fired up again. I'm ready for it. Neo here going to be taking down Smiths, and that is a good start for the Polish side, who got robbed of their victory against Envy in overtime, no less. So they might try and take revenge on Titan here, even though it's proven a little bit difficult. If they turn around, though, they can catch Existence and the bomb too.
Actually, this is a little awkward for Existence. Nicely done, though. Snax manages to connect with the first man around the corner. Shoxy is there, though, and then Pasha just caught out in the middle of no man's land. Flashed blind, and now it's a 3-on-3, and they're just barreling onto that B site. No time wasted here from Titan. They don't have a smoke. Oh, no, they did. They had 1 smoke to put up to block off CT. That's perfect. And now with 2 rifles, P250 and RPK, he can be the man exactly playing the close position. This is a very difficult enough for Virtus Pro to crack. They do have 2 flash nades, though.
They're going to check their corner. Flashbangs go through. RPK doing some good damage. He takes down 1 point-blank range with the AWP. Neo shotgunning down RPK, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 2. The bomb still ticking. Shots coming up from behind. He drops Neo, and now it's all on Taz. He's found the 1 kill. He has got the kit, and he's just holding it down. Shox has to move a bit closer. He's not doing it, and it's going to be the defuse here for Taz. He's going to get it, turns around, and goes down to Shox, who picks up a triple. But that was a nice round there. Taz just realizing couldn't let go.
He went for that old default plant. The old default when you used to be able to wallbang through the corner of the wall there, right? If you're standing in construction, you remember that?
Right, so I'm just going to show people, just so that they don't know, because that used to be a thing. And actually, Existence was the first that we saw do it, ever. Yeah, you could wallbang through here.
You used to be able to, right there, if you hit the angle just right. Yeah. So people would be planning that bomb, but then if you're a CT, you could just actually wait in construction and just like zap them down.
Yep. Very good point. That was a lot of fun stuff around that, I feel like.
I mean, remember the days of, or well, Senya never actually did it in an official, but he used to buy negevs in practice and wallbang through that wall straight into the entrance to Banana.
Yeah, it's where Pasha's standing just on the other side of the wall, essentially. It's another wallbang spot. You could stand on this and then shoot right through and hit a good angle.
And even with rifles, regular rifles, don't even have to be a negev. Negev was trolling, but people would do that with M4s and actually do a lot of damage.
Well, Shox, who almost heroed that last round but fell short by a couple of seconds. He is out of this round, 13th round up here. Scream charging on in, hitting an instant headshot by Ali. Through the smoke, is going to pick up a kill and do some good damage to RPK as well. And right now, it's looking like VP are embarking on some sort of comeback here. Snacks, bottom of Banana. Molotov goes up to buy time.
Yeah, they're definitely getting a little frustrated here. Nice change of play there. And Snacks will get overwhelmed by Existence, winning that duel hands down. Looking for the headshot, and there it is. Peekaboo onto Bialy. But Pasha and Taz going to peek him together, and this is basically an impossible situation here for Existence. Best case scenario, is that Hugh gets up onto B site behind that smoke, but then Taz isn't having any of that.
Look at him waving. Like
goodbye hopes.
Yeah.
For this round.
Well, 7 to 6, 14th round is coming up, and Virtus.pro, these are close rounds, even when Titan just have pistols or very little equipment, but they are winning them on the Polish side, I mean. So we've still got a game on our hands here, but so far it's been an impressive first half for Titan. See if they can keep going.
We're going to find out. Full buy now. Well, 14th round, this is it. If Titan can win this round, they have a huge chance of just breaking it, but Scream can't find the entry. Tries to hunt down Bialy. That was a likely angle. Did some damage, but no kill. Smithstow steps in and actually takes out Neo, and the second kill comes in. RPK removing Snacks. That opens up the B site. Titan don't know it, but they could actually just rotate straight in there, have a totally free site to themselves.
Look how close that was to Shox actually taking the fight on balcony there and maybe going down. There were 2 people waiting for him, both Bialy and Taz, so that would have been a bit of a disaster, but he actually stays alive and is now lurking somewhere in middle, and that's gonna, you can even see that Taz is sort of wondering, should I go middle? Over at the B-bomb side, Existence playing tree. Shox gonna win the fight against Taz. Bialy, he's about to check it, but he gets shot at from the bomb site, and that was enough of a diversion of his attention that RPK does there. That's going to be all up to Pasha now, 1 versus 3.
Yeah, it's incredible. Look at how the patience. They just now are going to get that bomb planted. They waited that entire time to see if they could do a little bit more damage to Virtus.pro. And well, now Pasha, he's got a bit of a tough task on his hands. He has all the money to rebuy, but he will walk into that crossfire. Well timed there by Shoxy to peek out after RPK gets killed. And that's going to put it up here. 8 rounds for Titan on Inferno T side. Even the fish are having a ball down there.
Yeah, they get to live. Oh, sorry, yeah, the bomb doesn't go up, so I guess they do get to live.
They get life.
I secretly think that's actually why the terrorists are going to be to begin with. It's not about the boxes over here that seem to be a value. It's all about the fish. You know.
These are actually some extremely rare, very valuable goldfish.
I mean, I think actually grenade fishing is a real term.
It is, isn't it? It's illegal, though, right?
This is taking it to a whole new level.
I think it is illegal to do that. But yeah, regardless. Boop.
Anything fun usually is. Neo is going to get the early kill, but he goes down. He keeps pushing and runs into Scream, and it's going to be a headshot. Existence here spots out a couple of pixels of Taz and will take him out. And in the middle, Bialy playing close to the smoke here, trying to see if he could get anything done, but it's not going to happen. Snacks playing top Banana in the meantime, looking for a headshot with the Deagle. Titan are in position to take away this last round here.
Yeah, get a huge lead going into the second half. Just massive. 9 rounds T-side. They've just succeeded in tombing Virtus.pro. Even if it ends 8-7, that's a phenomenal half for Titan. So this is it. They're just playing the clock now. 50 seconds left. Still mid-control. Looking to see if they can't get into apartments, it seems. Snacks will spot the man at bottom Banana, though. He's looking for that shot, and he spots the bomb as well. So that could actually give it a little bit away here. 40 seconds. They're starting to cut this really close here, Titan.
Yeah, they are. Snacks only has a flashbang to buy time, and Pasha's playing close to middle. But you're right, if he gets an important kill like a key frag here with the flashbang as well, could he be able to buy enough time? He's in that bomb site, flashbang goes out, he's going to go and peek, but there's just too many people there, and he can't get the first kill either. RPK surviving on 2 health, and Pasha making his way around the corner. If he had landed 1 pellet on RPK, that would have been the bomb down, but not going to be the case.
No, he's still struggling a little bit in here. Let's see, Pasha, he could get the first one. This is an easy shot, yep. Second one, though, a little bit tricky. He swaps out for the rifle instead. 2-on-3 retake now. He's done some damage, Pasha. He's given himself a chance, but Scream is there to hold the line, and it's going to be Scream looking for the last one, but Smith robs him. Denies it at the end. 15th round goes to Titan, and it's going to be a 9-6 lead for them going into their CT half. Yeah, that's just incredibly strong. And I think Virtus Pro are the ones Virtus Pro have been known to do this in the past, where they slightly underestimate their opponents, and these sorts of things can happen, right? And I'm wondering if they didn't go into this match thinking, okay, Envy, you know, there's the true test. They did just get rocked by Envy in overtime. They lost a very close match. That's going to take a lot of energy out of them. And then they have to go into a match where maybe they're thinking to themselves, well, you know, it's Titan. It's not as big a deal, right? And then Titan are just like, sup, bruh? Like, this chicken, you know?
Unlike this chicken.
Exactly. They just ran away, and that's exactly what happened. VP was that chicken.
Brutal Shox.
Monster.
The chicken murderer.
Maybe he was hungry.
Shox the Ripper. Well, I mean, it could be. I also think Titan are just playing like several levels above what they were before this change. I think picking up Shox and Smiths was obviously good, and having Scream added, I think all these elements that have been added in, they're all good, but I would say what the big change for me is like the mental state seems to be different, right? So I actually think they're playing like, considering how it's not that long ago that this change happened, so in my opinion they shouldn't be playing this well just yet. I think it's like they're like right now it's the chemistry that's changed and everyone's feeling great. You know, sometimes we call it like the honeymoon period or whatever, where everyone is, you know, just in a really good spot. Yeah. I feel like maybe that's what they're going through here.
I think it's just close enough, right? Where you have 3 players who come in who are used to a more aggressive style, and the other 2 kind of have to follow along, right? Yeah. It's like Shox isn't going to put up with anything that's not similar to what Envy had. And that's the thing. Like, if he takes a step back, he's not interested in that. He wants to try and get this team ship-shape and up to Envy standards, which is YOLO everywhere, be brave, take the fights, win the maps. And so yeah, I think you're starting to see that style out of Titan now, just due to Shoxy and Smith joining up, but then Scream as well, just that additional firepower. And, you know, there you go. Look at this. What? Shoxy is such a godlike player. Like, 3 headshots, just dominating. No fear either. Just brave. Just stands his ground, takes the battles, and Smith's looking for his second one. He's not going to find it. Has to back off here, and he will get overwhelmed, but no, RPK is there to save him just in the nick of time.
Here's how that play also works for Titan. So they have 3 people stacked up in B. Shox is the only one to go aggressive. He runs and tries to take a fight. If he loses that fight, that might be the spark, or they're hoping it might be the spark for VB to say, all right, B bomb site's open, or at least there's just going to be like 1 person there. Let's rush. And then there's another 2 waiting, and you crossfire them down, and you win the round. And Shox is like, oh, I'm just going to win the round anyway on my own. Just three headshots. That was completely ridiculous.
That was some old style Shox.
Yeah.
Like P2000, you know, just, I mean, I think, yeah.
If we get like old style Shox and old style RPK, like going all the way back, and then just like,
is ever coming back, bro?
I don't know. I still have some hope.
You still have some hope? Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I do.
yeah, hope springs eternal, right? But you know, Anders, hope is just a waking dream.
I'm not gonna go there. It's too deep.
Yeah, I think we're all waiting for RBK to have that kind of performance again, right? I mean, NBK, RBK, ends with the K. It's just that NBK is godlike, and well, RBK still has some work to do. But let's see how things go here in this second half. And there it is, Existence. He gets flanked. Doesn't matter. Still trades 1 for 1. That leaves Scream alive, but then Scream is gone just like that.
Oh, RPK coming in, stops the bomb, hits another headshot, and that's going to probably be the round here. Pasha all on his own, trying to reload that P9 in the back lines, and as he was doing it, his whole team was dying, so 1 for 3 now. That was a huge triple there from RPK. Otherwise, the bomb goes down, and they could just try and buy a lot of time on the BP side here. Pasha trying to get the damage or the kill in on RPK, but not going to happen, so Titan salvaged the round, and that's going to be 11-6 here. I mean, the reason why I keep up hope for all these old players that sort of come back, it's not all of them, but I think people have sort of proven themselves. Like, when you get to, like, the superstar, the Markolov or RPK type level, I don't think you can just, like, lose that skill. I think it's perfectly possible to be really rusty or be lacking motivation because it's been so long. Like, there's a lot of factors that means you won't make it back to that level, but I don't think you will just somehow, you know, lose the ability to do it.
You'll get that glimmer every now and again. Like we saw there. I mean, RPK is one of the only guys who will actually tap with an SMG, just saying. I mean, we're seeing him spray there, but yeah.
Well, this round working out just fine. It's a very aggressive play and something that VP themselves love doing. That's a lot close range to take down Scream, and he's almost getting the second kill here, but Rescue is shown up, and it's in the form of Smiths. Takes down the kill on Taz there, so 12-6 Titan, doubling the round score of Virtus Pro, who can finally buy. It's been a long time coming. Shox is currently top fragging, 19 kills. And then Smith's at 8, but I don't really mind it. I think if Smiths can play all those utility roles and everything else, that's what the team needs.
That's pretty much, yeah, that is pretty much his role, it seems, on this team right now, or at least he's kind of filling that.
Which is great. I mean, my hat's off to Smiths for wanting to play that role and for stepping it up and doing it. Very important, because, I mean, they've got the star power now.
Yeah. Yeah, between... you know, just like Existence is taking a bit more of a forward role. He usually tends to like to play aggressive banana, though, so we're not going to look that. Boom, double nade onto Bialy. Nice touchdown. Existence, though, that's the kind of Existence we want to see. Not the guy who tries to jump away and run away. No, just plants himself down and takes that fight, takes that kill. That was beautiful.
Yeah, but you got to believe it. You got to know that you could do it, and he was ready for it. I think he did get blocked a little bit in the beginning by Scream. Was it over there? Yeah, maybe. Shox should land a headshot on Taz, and gonna be a second kill from Shox before he finally goes down, but it's pretty much killing the round here for VP. 2 versus 4, and they don't have a lot of health, so sure what the plan is right now. Smiths. Okay.
Like, one more bullet on a Neo would have done it. How does he actually get out of that, Neo? Oh, there's the flash. Neo, he's off on the timing, but damage was done. Smiths will get another frag on the board, and it's going to be Bialy now in a 1v4 situation with 30 seconds left, and Smiths peeks out. Smiths decides to just get that info, I suppose.
You know, that kind of like, it wasn't just spraying, it was just like, you know, like painting with that P90 all over the place. It's like almost like that scene from Predator, you know, with the minigun out in the jungle where it's just like, mine. Just all over the place.
Okay, good.
Why don't we have a minigun in CSGO? Could we get that?
Come on, man. Like, I'd be down with that. Just imagine having a minigun on Inferno. I guess for them, their minigun, though, is the Negev, right?
It's close. Close-ish.
Close-ish.
Maybe like a minigun skin for the Negev.
Yeah, that or you get a sandwich when you buy the minigun. You know, a little bit of a TF2 nod there to the heavy.
Yeah, apparently they're bringing matchmaking back in TF2.
Oh.
Back in, they're going to make it, apparently.
Really? Are they going to remove crits?
No. I mean, for competitive, it is. I was tweeting about TF2 recently, and the whole TF2 community was saying it's going to be better than it's ever been before.
Okay. Okay.
I'm interested. I'm curious.
The return?
I'm intrigued.
The return? I would love it. I would love it. I used to play way too much TF2 back in the day.
Yeah, I've got a significant amount of hours in that
yeah,
game
you
as
do
well.
too, dude.
Just a bit. All right, well, Existence down to half health here. Is the auto sniper on Smiths to try and see if he gets some damage in that way, playing in the library. And in the meantime, it's set up for a bit of a B push coming out here from the Virtus Pro side. Smokes and everything else are down, but they're going to try and push their way through anyway. Screaming Existence in awful spots. No, you're not supposed to stand in the same corner. Existence, he takes the fight. He gets one. Are they going to check for Scream? They might not. It might actually work out here, but he's not going to get the kill. And that's one of those times where you really don't want to be tapping, where you'd much rather just spray and try and get that double.
And I'm glad that you said that, Anders, because it looked like he couldn't make up his mind. Looked like he was caught between the two, between either tap, or spray, or what? Oh, there was a moment's hesitation. Shox, of course, no hesitation there. Sprays down Neo, gets the job done. And we're pretty even as far as the life is concerned, although Bialy is a little bit low. RPK takes the peek, removes Snacks, and that was the full HP member here for Virtus Pro. So this is it now. Taz and Bialy, they got to make this crossfire work. They have to stay alive. Smiths finds Taz, though, and now it's going to be down Bialy, but they've done a good enough job here, Virtus Pro. They've bought themselves enough time. That bomb is going to go up. Bialy probably going to die with them, but he takes Smiths as well.
And that's a huge deal. That's the auto sniper gone, and they can't afford to look, he's got 1,800. Bit of a mistake on Smiths. I think he didn't really need to hang around there, even though I understand getting the kill and everything, but still a bit too much, perhaps. Good round from VP ultimately. Look, so standing two people like that, the way they got caught when VP pushed in, it should have actually meant that they lost the bomb side, which they did. But because Existence gets caught and they don't check for Scream, that's like a moment when it actually turns in Titan's favor, even just a little bit. But you're right, just the failed spray or the failed shots there, a little bit weird.
Definitely wonky. That's not what you're supposed to see out of Scream. Like, Scream, Taz should have been dead 100%. Or like, at least that's like a 100% kill for anybody. You should be able to get that one and then start being a real threat for the remaining 3 Virtus Pro members, but didn't pan out that way this time. What the hell? was that? Smiths. He's got a combination swag machine gun.
No, it looked like a flamethrower almost.
Dude, that was pretty cool. All right, Virtus.pro, they get mid control now. They haven't committed yet to the A site fully, but they can set up to start swarming around these angles, get up short, get up long, and see what they can do. They're waiting to see if anybody from Titan's going to get a little adventurous, try and peek in here for info, but that's just not going to be the case. Now begins the wrap. It's all on RPK now to stand his ground, start getting some damage done.
He's alone, and he walks right into that headshot. This push is perfect from VP. Couldn't possibly be better. Scream is going to go down as well as Smiths, and Existence just has to run away. There are a lot of, like, if you try and wrap around here this bomb site from the terrorist side and you get back in here and there are 2 people in pit, generally that's such a problem. But because Shox wasn't in pit, he was up on the balcony, they just took him down, which left RPK alone down here, and that's not a cool position to be in. It's very tricky, but if they were both in pit instead, it would have been a much better position. What could have happened still is, and what does often happen is you just put up a smoke and you put the bomb down without even fighting the pit. But no such luck at all. Shox on balcony instead of in pit probably made this round for VP. So really good push on their part here. 13-8. Titan out of money.
Out of money and losing a little bit of control here. They're Virtus.pro. I mean, they're managing to chain rounds together now. This is where they start to get that confidence back. I mean, we saw what they just did to Envy as well. A really close match, but they managed to get so many rounds in Virtus.pro that why wouldn't they be able to do the same thing versus Titan here? They could definitely, once they get control of the economy, just pressure Titan into these awkward situations and go for those kinds of brave plays like we just saw there from Virtus.pro. Wrap around, challenge on A, get the job done with the headshots. So, I mean, yeah, Titan are going to have to make some adjustments. And they should have the money to go for a full buy in the next round. So, now's the time. They can't let Virtus.pro get much further than this.
Well, Smith's playing close here with the P250. Shoulder peaks and notices a couple of people. He's getting a little bit of backup coming in from behind as well. RPK's here, but he's going to get dropped in. A bit of a shame. Shox sees the shadow and drops the player, and the bomb as well picks up an AK. Still very unlikely for him to actually win this round. But a little bit annoying for VP, and now that they're all focused on it, Scream trying to see if he can make his way through, running through the smoke. It's going to go down on Neo, so now it is all on Shox.
The hero. He's actually got Kevlar. Tries to fake it. Oh, he does actually make it work. Full flash on Byali. Not going to get the kill, though. A little bit of a hesitation there on Shox's part, and that doesn't pan out in the end. That actually worked, though. That was a pretty slick flash. But okay, here we go. Buy time for Titan. Do they let VP keep coming back into this?
I had my fingers crossed, though, because after that initial engagement, he had 3 health. I was sort of hoping he would jump off the balcony and just, like, you know, that would be even funny.
See, man, that's the thing. Shoxy doesn't make mistakes like that.
Apparently not.
No.
But the gap is closing quite rapidly here. At some point we were at 12-6, now we're at 13-9. So Virtus.pro starting to sort of crawl back into the game, and Titan needs to figure out a plan to stop that from happening. They've got 3 people at top banana, all sort of shuffling about on top of each other. What? Existence! He doesn't even stop, he just clicks them away. It's going to be a second kill, and Scream following up with a couple of headshots. What the hell did we just see?
I don't know. We might get a replay. Can we get a replay?
That was a disgusting one-tap.
Yeah, they're roasting. Yeah, he just manages to just one-tap Taz, drop that bomb up at top banana as well. Means that Virtus.pro have to challenge. They have to press. Okay, okay. That was nice, Existence. That almost looked like he just, like, you know, bopped his keyboard, you know, his mouse into his keyboard or something, you know? Just like the accidental shot that actually just ruins Virtus.pro's round.
A lot of grenades again, preemptively, just trying to make sure that nobody's rushing. Instead, they're going to go back towards the middle. Shox and RPK are here, trying to see if they can cover it up. And RPK taking a fight initially. Shox going to get the frag, and RPK, he's going to go down. So now showing up for the party is going to be Smiths. He drops one. And it's back to a 2 versus 3. Existence trying to come in here, see if he can help out. Grenade almost kills Taz. That was a huge grenade there. Smith's going to make his way into the middle. Byali tries to peek, and he will make that frag happen with a headshot as well.
Oh, an Existence. Hoping to get lucky. That's definitely a different Existence. You would think that Existence would want to try and keep his location secret for just a little bit longer. Smoke's going down, and unfortunately, this do not work. Existence, though, will have the bullets to go for a spray. Does he realize just how low Taz and Byali are, though? I think he's more concerned about the economy. He's going to be backing off. Or did Shox just yell at him?
I think he probably got the news that Byali's low, because that was the fight in the middle there, but it's really hard to know at this point. And because they still have a good round lead and they know these need to win 2 rounds and it's done, they might just be valuing this this AK. I can't really blame them.
I mean, that's actually something to point out as well, guys, in case you're, in case you're unaware. In the competitive matches like this, unlike matchmaking, you can't tell how much damage you've done to your opponent.
Oh yeah.
So when you die, that's why it's always like, okay, it's kind of a guessing game, right? Unless you see the headshot, then you're like, okay, he's lit, he's low, he's only got 10 HP left, right? Go for him, right? But if it's in this awkward spray situation, sometimes it can be a little bit of guesswork as to just how damaged the opponents are.
And it's also really hard sometimes, I think, to trust necessarily your opponent's calls, because we've seen plenty of examples when we do have listen-ins, where people do call it out. He's really low, and then someone's got 80 health, and you're like, no, he's really not. So you've got to be careful if you trust too much in it. And this AK. Sadly, already he's down to 50 health, but it's an important save here for the upcoming rounds. 14-10. This game also looks like it's, it's going the distance right now.
Yeah, buddy. This is where, oh, whoa, Pasha. Actually taking some damage there. Wants to pull a fast one. I mean, with that Molotov down, but again, with the smoke, it means they can't really take it for granted, that position. So Pasha taking a little bit of a risk. Let's see, where is this developing? Bomb is still waiting in mid, but it's going to make its way towards Banana. And this smoke, once it clears, they're already getting set up now, Virtus.pro, to just execute onto this B site. A lot of this comes down to whether their last man here can actually make his way out of this, and that's Snax on a bit of a mission, trying to hold back the defense here on the A site.
Just not really the best equipment there. Snax does go down, so they get to steal another AK. But obviously, Smith's going down to that B-bomb site. Really nothing that he could have done anyway. Now they just need to save the AKs, and they should be set up pretty well for the upcoming round.
No, this shouldn't be a problem at all, in fact. Let me see. I mean, money should be reasonable.
I think they'll be fine.
Reasonable. Smith's is low, but the rest of them should be able to get some kind of a buy out of this. Unless this could come in, I mean, this could be, a bit of a return of the old existence, where it's like, you know what? Well, no, actually, I say that, and that was actually a weakness of existence, where they actually went for 4 spies in situations where if they just played bravely, and just ecoed one more round, they'd have had all the nades they need. But holding on to 2 AKs, we should be seeing a buy here, no doubt.
And historically speaking, against NIP especially, they've thrown away some big games to some early 4-subs. So I think it makes sense this time around. 2 AKs saved, and they'll be alright. This isn't like a last-ditch effort anyway for Titan. I mean, if they lose the round, they'll be able to get on the buy round in here somewhere. And their round loss bonus also, it's going to be 2 rounds now, maybe a third if they don't get this one here. So 14-11. And Titan just needing 2 more rounds here.
Yeah, we see the nades going out, but now this is pressure on VP. They know that they have Titan on the back foot. They know that Titan are hurting. And look at all these nades. They're really trying to catch somebody out of position. Smith sets up for that smoke towards top Banana, though, just in case they were trying to get position, or at least some kind of position going over their VP. They would have a little bit of trouble. Flash is not going to be good enough, though, and they do manage to just push up. And once again, Virtus.pro, they've made it their focus so far on this T side to just get control of top mid.
Yeah, but this time Existence is in library, and he's going to try and see if he can sneak through here. Already very low on health and down in pit. Shox is going to be dropped. This round is falling apart for Titan. Existence drops, and now Scream, last man left alive. And I think this round almost exclusively comes down to Titan not being quite patient enough here with their setup. It's
it's like not patient enough. It's just I don't think they figured out exactly how to deal with Virtus.pro. Like the timing on Virtus.pro for that take of top mid. They've really got it ironed out. Every single time, it just seems like nobody is really in position to stop it on Titan's side.
Initially, when, I think, was it Smith's playing this corner, or was it Shox? I'm not sure.
I believe it was Smith's.
Yeah, I think it was. So, playing this corner right here, it's great as long as you can just spot people coming through, but when he wanted to take the fight, he sort of peeked all the way out here and had 3 people shooting at him. There's no way he was ever going to win that, which is a bit of a shame, but even then, they had a good setup for it. They had 2 in pit and Existence in library, and they kept fighting anyway, one at a time, so just not enough restraint that round, and it could have cost them. Now Shox is going for the casual eco-op here.
Why not, I guess. And there you go. Pasha is gone. And now, I mean, now this is really going to grind Virtus.pro's gears. Now they got to figure out where the hell this op is on the map.
This is one of those things that every pro team has had to go through at one time or another, losing around like this to just one AWP. You can see how much it's already slowed them down. They really want to make sure they don't run into it again. And Shox is trying to be very mobile, ends up an archway.
Now holding that line once again on mid. expecting the same out of VP, but this time VP, they're like, okay, now we know maybe where it is. You might rotate off. If we have the smokes to block it down, and they do have the smokes to block off CT, they have everything they need for a full execute, in fact, Virtus.pro. So they just want to just go crashing onto this site. Shox is trying to rotate in to get into a position where he can actually have an impact, but if he catches a flash to the face exactly, he's actually not going to be able to stop them from getting onto this site right now, and it's going to come down to Existence.
Scream's gone down as well. Shock still playing over here. 14 health left, but the smoke is just not going to disappear, and he's trying to get a little bit closer. Existence landing a ridiculous shot, but he can't even make it back, and he's going to get dropped by Neo. Shock's blind shot through. Smith's also picking up an AK. And Titan really trying to go for a retake 3v3 with no kit and no armor. That's a huge risk here.
Seems to me like they're really trying to make this expensive, but sometimes you have to go for the big plays. byali gets traded 1-for-1, and Smith is here. It's going to be down to Neo. And now the 1v1 clutch situation, but Shox, no kit, no time. He's just holding this angle. He knows where Neo's playing from now. And what would ideally, well, I mean, what would happen ideally is, yeah, exactly, gets the kill. He decides to get the kill anyway. Yeah. He was kind of probably just hoping to be able to hold Neo there long enough for Neo to go up with the bomb, but...
Wow, 27 kills on Shox, 25 on Existence. That has to be the highlight here. Really impressive. They get a lot out of this round. The only thing they bought was the AWP, and they make it out of the round with it still intact. So moving into the 13th round, second half here, they're going to have the economy to buy one more time, and VP's money, it'll be significantly lower than it would have been otherwise.
Yeah, what a long run have we had here so far. I mean, it's been Titan right on the edge. They're just dancing on the edge. And a double AWP on Inferno.
All right, then.
That's not something you see every day. It's rare enough to see one AWP, let alone two. Double nade again into towards bottom banana, one of them going to Woodlogs in particular. And there we go. One of the ops, Neo looking for the follow-up. Oh, this is going to get nasty, but they get the double entry. Neo and Taz. RPK and Shox are gone.
Oh, they almost lined up for Smiths, but he can't get more than the one kill, and Existence screen. They really shouldn't even be running close. Existence obviously feeling quite brave at the moment, but even he should be backing up at this point here. So, Virtus.pro equalizing the score at 14-14.
Yeah, and VP, I'm glad to see that Pasha's already out and hunting. It's in their best interest to try and get one of these guns off, or two of them. Well, that's nice work there by Scream. Another headshot for him. That puts him up to, well, can't really actually believe these numbers. Is it the reset at halftime? Yeah, so not ideal. Not ideal, but still. Doing some work in Existence. It's just, you know, waiting, holding the angle. byali finds Scream, and now Existence shouldn't live through this. They're going to be able to pick him off. Last man here, taking the fight. Snax runs in, and somehow Existence lives.
Wow.
What is this?
Very, very impressive and potentially very important here. We're 14-14. Whoever wins this next round could be running away with the game, so saving one rifle is going to allow him to drop for a teammate. A lot of money on Shock, so he could drop for a teammate, and that's going to secure them almost a full buy here. That was actually a huge play from Existence. Once again, he is stepping it up. He's tied with Shox for top fragging, and it is going to be down to the wire here, ladies and gentlemen, in the E Pro League.
Just early nades all over the place. The HE is trying to do some damage, but nobody wants to make a mistake. This is such an important round. Nobody wants to be the one that's overextending, taking unnecessary risks, getting smacked in the face by an HE, or worse yet, a bullet. But again with those smokes, and again, VP setting up for the mid take, it seems. They have 3 players there. They've already infiltrated apartments. Clearing it out, and that's just being thorough. Existence, though. Did he manage to body block that nade? Yeah, it's an imperfect nade. He got in the way of it before it could go off.
Interesting. It feels like a lot of these rounds from VP have been either wrapping Arch or just going to the B bomb site, so we'll see if they can switch it up a bit here. Smiths and RPK the only ones over at A, and they're very far from each other, so they kind of have to win their fights individually. Existence coming up with a good kill there on Pasha, and that's going to be Smiths. Almost looked like Neo was crouching in slow motion there.
Yeah, that was so, I mean, that's the new scope speed, right? So slow. Now a 2-man advantage. Titan, I was about to say that they don't have many nades, so holding a push is going to be really tough. And Virtus.pro just decided to feed themselves to them one after another. byali is going to set it up. Snax finds RPK as well. Bomb is making its way towards the B side, but he just doesn't have the time. Existence as well. Him being here has pretty much ruined it. 10 seconds left. He has to get up on a short and get the plant immediately. Smiths has been spotted. Can he get the plant fast enough here? Virtus.pro making way, and it's actually going to come down to Taz. This is a split second, and it's not going to happen. He doesn't get the plant fast enough.
That's ridiculous. It's so close. He stopped at 6 seconds to just take a peek there and like, oh yeah, there is a CT in this bomb site. Oh, the plant, you're right. That's what we were doing.
And they actually body blocked each other as well.
That is a very, very odd way to lose a very important round here. Again, there's a lot on the line here for these teams. Qualifying means pretty much everything. So 15-14, it's either overtime or it's going to be Titan finally closing out this game. They looked for a long time like they were straight winning it. But though it's been hard here in the second half. Virtus.pro, they've been looking very strong.
Well, the shots, I mean, again, VP holding very far back. Not the usual aggression. They didn't try and rush into anything. They're really taking their time, feeling out the defense, trying to figure out where to take it next. Just so uncommon to see Virtus.pro hesitate with the calls in the end like that in that last round. Still a little rattled by that. And that's definitely going to be frustrating for VP. They're going to feel like they got robbed. But right now, at least, Titan, again, going with that early 3-man stack on the B site. This seems to be their standard now. I mean, Scream is here, Existence as well. Yeah, the 3 of them just playing around this site. But again, VP taking over top mid. So now Titan have to start wondering, are they going to push onto A? Are they once again going to try to make this play happen?
RPK shocks here, Smith showing up in Archway as well, while another person, that's Existence, rotating out of B at maybe the wrong time, because they are coming. Existence going to be here. It's going to be the classic Existence pop flash right through. Scream going to get a headshot. Existence picks up a kill, but he can't make the 180 turn. Scream, one more headshot. He can't take out Taz, but still a good position for them right here. Smith looking to jump through. Max 7 shot to the back of Taz, and now it's all on Snax here. 1 versus 2, and Titan, they're just a kill away here from taking down Virtus.pro on Inferno in a bit of a crazy match. It's Taz, it's Snax here getting the kill on RPK, and he's down to 35. And Smiths, look at the time here. Can he do it? No, they're going to run out of time one more time. He can't possibly make it. Smiths, he makes it around the corner, and that's going to be the game. 16-14, and Snax avenging himself, but it's too late. What is going on here, Semler? You look so disappointed.
I'm a little lost. I'm just like, I don't know. What are these 2 are out? Like, how is that a way to finish this map?
And that's Existence, by the way, dropping a 30 bomb in this game. Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've said that.
I'm very, very excited about Existence right now. It's really cool stuff. Great job.
I was, I'm glad to see that Titan were able to make it stick in the end, though.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many things. Again, like new lineup, all this closing out games, obviously a very important thing to be able to do. And I think, we still haven't seen everything this lineup can do, but there's some quality stuff here.
Yeah, I'm just glad that, Shoxy, I had this picture in my mind. You said honeymoon period, right? And then they started to struggle, and I was going to say, that's when Existence, found Shoxy and Smiths in a room, and they had a picture of Envy. They were just like looking at it like, oh, what could have been?
Could have been us.
What could have been? But well, I mean, no, it doesn't seem like that happened. Seems like they were able to stick it out in the end.
I feel like the sweetest thing right now, surely for Smiths and Sharks, must be to come back and beat Envy. There's so much weird internal things going on in the French team right now. That matchup on LAN, Titan and Envy, best of 5 on LAN.
Yeah.
Damn, that'd be fun.
I like the NA scene, There isn't a whole lot of I was going to say Freakazoid calling out the NA scene for a lot of smack talk and all that. I mean, there isn't as much going on in the French scene, to be honest. To be fair, they do actually they've played together for so long now, all of them, that they all know each other so well. And yeah, there are some opinions, but not as much smack talk.
All right, less smack talk.
Less smack talk. That doesn't mean that Shox doesn't want to plant a knife in Envy and basically knock them out of a tournament.
Yeah, I feel like the way that breakup happened. I feel like the way that breakup happened in Montreal, things might get a little bit weird. Just a little bit. It's not the last match though, guys. We do have obviously Dignitas going to be playing up against Titan.
Sure.
A best of 1 game to close out the evening here. Also, if you've missed any results or anything else, go and check out the Score Esports as well. And download the app as well for iOS and Android. So pretty good stuff there. It's right at the bottom of the screen. You can check it out. So you will be kept up to date with everything, and some cool articles on there as well. Definitely go check it out. We're both simultaneously getting ready. I was going to say we'll be back after a quick break here with Dixon as well, but now the game is live. We're going to be ready here. It's Titan sneaking Smiths into the middle, and already opening up is AC with a good headshot on RPK. Titan coming off a victory against Virtus Pro on Inferno, which was a really cool game.
Yeah, which really fired them up, it seems. Existence in particular, dropping a 30 bomb, really, that's not something we see every day. So glad to see that the in-game leader, he's doing some work, but now it's going to be on the T side, and they've got a whole lot more work to do ahead of them here because they're down a man already. RPK is gone, and Dignitas, they've taken hardly any damage at all.
But if whenever there's a pistol round and Shox is still alive, I feel like there's still a chance, you know, that he can do it. Even like, you know, 1 versus 5, or like an outside chance he might be able to do it. He is one of those people who just are remarkably good with pistols. MSL going to be close here and gets a kill. Shox will take him down, though, and now they're trying to see if they can get a little bit closer here. Pimp playing close range USPS, runs out of bullets and gets overrun by Scream, so now it's down to Scream and Shox looking to see if they can bring it back in this round. 38 seconds, Shox in the back lines all alone against 3 people, lands a headshot and still has 6 bullets left in 30 seconds, and he makes it out. And I think he's pretending to be running back to B. In fact, he's going to go back and check middle, and Schneider going to shut him down. Good opening there. I mean, he was out in the middle of nowhere, Schneider, so could have been a kill, but it's going to be the round for Team Dignitas.
And Schneider doesn't believe in sharing. We could have had a team ace there in the pistol, everybody getting a piece of the action on Dignitas' side, but no, Schneider had to be greedy. He had to go and peek mid and get that final kill, deny Kirby, anything at all. For shame, Schneider.
Poor him.
Poor him.
Still, watching Schneider play is really exciting. I feel like he's really been a good addition to this team so far, as far as we can tell.
I'm glad that he's back. I'm glad that he's back with a team that can actually compete and, well, do some damage. And now, well, we have to see. Both of these teams, you know, in flux, having changed up some members. So I think we're going to have a real interesting match on our hands because both of them were very competent as well on Cobblestone. So Dignitas, they start off with a pistol, but that doesn't mean that Titan are out of it. Titan have gone for the Force Buy in this scenario. Tech-9, some nades. Kevlar picked up, and they're grouped up this time. They're not really so split up, so maybe we can actually get some kind of rush-down moment coming in from them.
Well, MSL's got the perfect weapon for it here. MP9 in hand, grenade on out. They do have armor, so he's got to be a little bit careful. He would land the first headshot, second one as well. MSL going ham in the middle, but not going to be able to get the third kill. He did a lot of damage, and Schneider showing up with a UMP. So these SMGs are getting some good kills in here in this round. Shox will be the last man left, and he's getting close, jumping in on Schneider, who also gets the second kill of the UMP. So pretty good distribution here. Both the SMGs picking up 2 kills each. Yeah, they're going to be making that money. You can see 4650, and no reason for Schneider to upgrade. He's actually going to just pass that along to a teammate. So he can upgrade, but they're going to hold on to the SMG. And you're going to have AC actually going for the P90, which is a viable gun to hold on to as well for the first buy round when Titan are going to have the money for the rifles in the next round. So we'll see exactly how this plans out, but yeah, for Titan, no big investment here, just pistols, nothing too crazy, and a single flash from Existence, and they're just going to go full YOLO, it seems like, gathered up outside of Plateau. But they're walking right into AC, who's got that P90. This is the worst case scenario here for Titan. That HE tag, you see it slowing everybody down. And then MSL going for the back line, but Scream finds the headshot point blank. Yeah, that should have been the huge flank there. Doesn't really work out so well. But again, he had the MP9, not really the end of the world. Pimp, who got past that UMP on, picks up 2 kills. So he was very low on money. Now he can afford an AWP. What a great way to manage the economy early on here from Dignitas. Pretty good job. It's ideal, right? That's the ideal scenario. And really, I mean, ever since the SMG buff came in, we started to see more and more of them. We had some guys, you know, they were adventurous. They were going for UMPs and MP7s before, but never as often as what we see now, where it really is turning into that game of kind of information, like what's the tendency of the team you're facing up against? Do they like to go for the Force by Kevlars? Or does Existence take AZ's face off because AZ's going for a boost and drop down room? What just happened? Shox putting out more damage here. A less ridiculous kill, but still a good headshot there. Schneider gonna get the refrag. I have no idea what just happened. Oh, God. And Anders, we just spotted a very rare and endangered creature. Oh, hold on, hold that thought. 1-for-1 trade up here in A Apartments. Nice push there by Titan, looking to just try and keep that man advantage. Bomb has been spotted, though, or it should have been. But Pimp is alive with that AWP. He's got the angle now, and Scream, wow, just Scream. What a shot! A second shot there from Pimp. That was so nice, and a third one as well, taking out all 3 players. Pimp just locking down that site. But I'm really surprised that Scream would decide to just challenge and go for that fight. But no, my joke was, it's a rare and endangered sticker, Anders. It was an iBuyPower sticker. Oh, on Schneider's hot rod. Really? Yeah, buddy. Well, Schneider is of that age as well, you know, that back when iBuyPower actually were. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why.
honoring them, I suppose.
What a round from Pimp. That was ridiculous. I mean, that should have never been a round that they could have won there, but, you know, he just got the money from the UOP to buy the AWP, then it comes back with a triple kill to win the round. This is all very carefully orchestrated by Dignitas, but they are coming out on top here. It's a bit of a light round from Titan, a little bit of armor here. Pimp landing a shot halfway through the wall. Titan trying to see if they can get a little bit closer in here. Schneider gets shot in the face, but gets the return, though.
Yeah, and Pimp so far, he's 4 for 4. See if he can get this 5th shot in or if he's going to miss. They do have that bomb still stuck up in A apartments, and they're currently rotating 3 guys around. Oh, they're trying to go for the fake. Titan right now, they're going for some sneaky stuff. Does RPK walk into somebody here, though? The flash comes in and RPK backs off, but all 3 members for Titan are trying to draw the attention from Team Dignitas over to this B site. They want to try and sneak RPK into that A site, but then RPK just, he doesn't stay put in A apartments, so the whole game is up.
Yeah, MSL doing a good job finding him there, and now Scream, Shocks, and Existence left. I mean, 3 versus 4, yes, but with inferior rifles, although if they keep challenging Shocks one at a time, well, generally that's a bad idea. Bomb still all the way over here, 30 seconds left, and MSL is playing close with the M4A1S, and you can tell there's a couple of those on Dignitas. They've sort of held on to these. Spray, and MSL is going to get it.
God, that was sexy, MSL. And well, now, yep, the remaining 2, 5 for 5. Misses the 6th shot, and well, you don't miss versus Shocks. But with 10 seconds left, there's no way for Shocks to win this round unless he gets both kills. He just doesn't have time to pick up the bomb and head back up onto the site. MSL lurking in underpass will pick him up, picking up his 3rd frag as well. And yes, he just gets the AWP. That's a huge save, actually. That's going to save them so much money.
Schneider hasn't died yet. 7 kills for Pimp and MSL. I mean, this is a really good start for Dignitas here. 5-0. And Titan, I mean, that was a very light round for them. So I think they're still going to be pretty excited about it. But they need to pick up a round and actually win it here. And Smiths is picking up an AWP.
I would have actually liked to have seen if that fake worked, though. Because it's not every day that we actually see that, where they try and fake the rush onto a site, and then the guy tries to lurk his way out onto the other site and get the bomb plant. They're taking a little bit too much damage there, and unfortunately, Pimp starts moving before he takes that shot, so he doesn't connect.
Well, I think they had to because there was fire burning at their feet. So it was either stay in the fire or just end up running away. But the timing was nearly good for Dignitas. They could have maybe got that frag. Yeah, Dignitas, another team that qualified for the next majors together with Titan. So very exciting stuff here. AZ and Kirby picking up 2 good kills, leaving Titan in a very awkward spot. Dignitas are a team that are actually known for being quite good in Cobble anyway.
Where is this Pimp coming from, man? He put the rings on tonight. He's got another kill with that AWP, and now he could actually set up for the one here on apartments. It's going to be Smith holding the op there. And Smith has got that angle, actually. He could try and look in. This could turn into a duel between Pimp and Smith, but the smoke goes up, and now Smith is going to have to play very patient. See the shot, and there it is, point blank, and he's not going to get it.
He legged him, I think.
Yeah, down to 14 HP MSL.
But nobody dies on the Dignitas team. I mean, that's going to help their money out quite a bit, unlike previous rounds here. But it's 6 in a row. And, I mean, a lot of these Danish players, obviously Pimp being the captain of the Danish national team, well, they conceded, they exited that tournament. They said, no, we've got too much on the line here. I mean, TSM obviously in the next major, no surprise there, but Dignitas are now. It's too much to give up. They've got such busy schedules. They're just gonna not even try it.
Yeah, no competition this time. Schneider started off strong, though, dropping Smith. That was in drop-down room. Bomb is going to be pinned down in there by AC. He gets both kills, and now it's down to the remaining 2 members here, alive on the plateau for Titan. Pimp, he's got that AWP, takes out RPK. Not sure if he spotted the man behind the box, but Kierby's going to get boosted up, and now, well, time is very limited here for Existence. He's just going to get overwhelmed, and a back-to-back perfect round for Dignitas. All 5 members surviving yet again. This is now starting to get very scary here for Titan. Because we're starting to see a shift over on Cobble. Well, I mean, on most maps, but on Cobble in particular, where it's, we're starting to see more T-side rounds getting picked up. So to have 7 CT side rounds at the beginning of the half here for Dignitas, this is a massive lead.
Speaking of 7, we've got a James Bond here on the Titan team.
We nearly have a double James Bond as well as Smiths.
Nearly a triple James Bond if you can Existence.
Oh my God.
It's so close. Can we really have 3 James Bonds?
Okay, but then we have to decide which James Bonds they are. Which James Bond is RPK?
The only real James Bond. Sean Connery.
Oh, buddy, you're just a fanboy.
MSL close range here. Shox is going to be taking him down instantly with a running Tech9 and RPK. No longer James Bond takes down AZ. It's Smith and Scream left and RPK going down. Existence, the last man standing. And in the 1 versus 3 in a bit of a weird position. Looked good early on. Shox opening up, but now not so good anymore. Existence making a lot of noise here. Easy for Schneider to pick up that kill. 8-0.
And 11-1-3 for Pimp, who just continues to dominate.
This is a discussion and a fight. My wife and I have a look. I think she says Roger Moore all the time.
Roger Moore, get out! How can you even argue against Sean Connery?
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say.
I mean, although there's
I'm gonna
probably...
marry you instead, Samla.
Well, there's probably, you know, some kids these days, though, they haven't even seen, like, the old 007, like Sean Connery and all that. They're probably like, Daniel Craig is, he's the best James Bond. He's the only James Bond.
Wow.
I just be like, sit down, child.
Stop it.
Sit down, child.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's and everything. Yeah. Yeah, we should rewatch some of those movies soon. I feel like we should.
Well, dude, we're in the hotel tonight.
Yeah. Netflix and no, okay.
Netflix.
And 9th round is coming up, and it is all AKs on the Titan team. They've got to come up with something here. This is a completely stark contrast to what was happening on Inferno, where they were off to such a great start and managed to defeat Virtus Pro in a 30-round game. This time, they are getting utterly destroyed by Danish team Dignitas, and I don't know what to say. I mean, could they have used all their energy on Inferno? Is that it? You know, there's like such a hard game.
I like how you just throw that random Danish in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see how it is, Anders.
We don't count Schneider here.
Well, that's what I don't count. I don't count Scream in existence.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a French team, damn it.
It is. They got the flag. There we go. Settled. Scream, last man here, and about 30 seconds left. Not going to make it work. Pimp will shut him down. Pimp, by the way, at 13-1-3. Wow, I mean, it's really hard to read. I mean, what do you talk about at this point? Titan, okay. The basics on this map should be looking for an entrance up here on the plateau, or getting really quick and dropping down in drop zone here. Just try and see if you can make it in fast, get a frag in one of these two positions. As soon as you get the frag, you go. Everyone goes. No hesitation, just all rush in, and that should be enough. Kind of want to see Titan try and do that. Just get that one entry frag, but Pimp, so mobile, picks up Existence early on.
He is just wrecking them right now. Flash out to stop the block as well. He could actually pick up another one. He's right on the edge. He decides to back off just in time. And now they've actually been bogged down here, Titan. Another kill, although Shoxy with the lurk is working out. MSL is there to take out Smith, saves his Opper. And now it's coming down to RPK, looking for that one tap, looking for that headshot, trying to find MSL. He decides to consolidate, though, with his teammate. Kirby takes one. But now Shox is alive in a 1v2, and this is pretty much like the best man on Titan to have in this sort of situation.
Yeah, I would say without a doubt. He's got 3 kills, and he's looking for an ace here to win the first round for Titan. Bomb goes down, he's got 35 health, and 2 almost fully health players here for Dignitas to try and find and kill. I like the fact that he's pushing up in here. This could be a bit of a trick, and I don't think Dignitas see it coming either. Shox now creeping behind. Is he going to make a little bit of noise jumping down behind MSL? He heard it. He turns around for it, and that's going to be it. Just enough time there, or just close enough to hear that fall.
Oh man, Shoxy is so frustrated. You're right. If MSL's like 5 steps further, he might not hear that drop.
You can tell even initially he looked into the drop. He's like, where is it? Where did he drop from? And then he realized. 10-0.
Oh my god, and this is just a nightmare situation for Titan. Not just because of the scoreline, but because there's 12 grand on MSL, 10 grand on Pimp, and everybody else is floating around 6, 7. Yeah. Dignitas can buy for a long time. And well, it's not going to get any easier for Titan. I mean, they are maxing out. So long as they can keep getting plants, they can get buys, but yeah, this is okay. Here we go. Bit of a change of pace. Scream is taking point. He's actually going to get onto the plateau early. They managed to dodge the early nade. Existence takes a little bit of damage there, but this is it. Scream's time to shine.
Yeah, oh, but some good counter grenades coming out. Existence down to 12, tries to make it out. Nice headshot, that's the opening, and then they're gonna go. They speed up behind. Existence even picks up one. AC's there with a double, triple return sprays. It's a quad kill, and now it's down to Shox 1 versus 4. What a ridiculous defense put up here by AC, all on his own, and he might even get the ace. He's gonna turn the wrong way though, and Shox now trying to see if he can bring it back for his team. They need to pick up a round. Any round at this point.
Oh, he hears the steps. Yeah, now he knows that somebody, at least one person is waiting here. And there it is. What timing as well by Schneider. MSL goes down, but Schneider steps in. But AC, man, he's just like, I heard you had hopes. I heard you had dreams. This is what I do to him.
Just crushing them. That's brutal as well. I mean, and the fact, and Shox at the end there, it's so unlikely for him to have to continue to spray at that point. You know, it's one thing if they both peek at the same time and he sprays one and continues to spray, but he actually sprays, stops, and then Schneider's there, and then he has to, like, you know, recommit. It's just very, sorry, a very unnatural thing to have to try and do. So, yeah, right now it's looking very ugly indeed. Again, they're going to try and go quick. Kjaerbye's here with the M4A4, and he's got a lot of bullets. Going to get the 2 first kills. Going to be more people coming through. Shox is already past him, and Kjaerbye gets a 3rd kill. Pistols out against Existence. It's a quad kill. This time it's Kjaerbye. They just go nuts in this round, and 12-0 here. Dignitas, they came to win, and Quick Smith still got 0 kills. What is going on right now?
RPK might just crawl back into a cave right now and start hibernating as well. He's got 2 kills. I don't know, I'm at a loss.
This might turn into one of those things where, like, this might be like such a upsetting loss for Titan. That might be one of those things where they just stop playing this map for a while if they could, like, you know, just try and avoid it.
This is a total catastrophe, especially when round difference makes such a big difference. I mean, it's so important in this league.
Yeah.
Round loss difference, it's huge, and so if it comes down to a tie scenario, that could be what settles if you make it to the LAN or not. So giving up 12-0 right now. They need to battle it back, and they're not done yet. There we go. Smiths and Scream. Nice double kill up in A Apartments to open things up. The bomb, though, is over on B site, and Kjaerbye's there to spray down Shox. Pimp up close, takes out the first man, and he realizes where the second man is playing from as well. But Smith still lands the shot in the end.
Good shot there from Smith. We called him out for having no kills at all, and then he steps it up in this round and gets 2. So that's very good. It could be the first round here for Titan. It should be the first round here. Flashbang through all the way from the other side. AC jumping close here. Drops RPK. Oh no, surely not. Existence gonna get the good headshot in there. And now it's up to Kjaerbye. 1 versus 2. Spots out Smith in that corner. And that's gonna be it. Triple kill from Smith. And they finally win a round. 12-1.
It can happen. This is an example, guys, that dreams come true in the end when you kill AC.
Yeah, that's what it takes, apparently.
14-1. I mean, still, it's like Shoxy is doing some work. But he seems to be in these situations where oftentimes it's not like low-impact kills. It's situations that are just so difficult for him to win.
Yeah, he's already got the triple. Now he needs to get another 2 before he can even win. It's a bit of a stretch, really. Grenade out, a boost up here, and gonna miss the shot, and that's a big problem. See if they can actually bring it back. Kjaerbye rotating and trying to help out. Screaming. Smith's picking up some good kills. Kjaerbye there for the double, and that might just seal the deal. They get a great start. Titan, that missed AWP shot should have been it. And now Existence trying to see if he can make it work. Kjaerbye with another triple kill here. And it's gonna be 13-1. The economy has been reset. You look frustrated on behalf of Titan.
On behalf of Titan, of course. Yeah, maybe they didn't get their baguette today. They ran out of wine. I'm trying to think of other things. They didn't have any cheese exactly. They didn't have cheese with dinner. Something's missing here because Titan, nothing is going their way. Whereas on Dignitas' side, they just been having bacon all day. They've been getting ready.
Bacon, warming up, playing with Legos.
You know you Danes, come on.
Existence, Smiths, and Shox going to be picking up 1 kill each. So this is all looking good here in the 15th round. And Shox, I think, is just running all over the place now. So maybe a little bit of YOLO here at the end for Titan, but it's working out just fine. And AC all alone here. Yeah, we've got the bacon, we've got the Lego. I don't know.
You don't need much more than bacon, right?
No, I think that's actually good enough. It's like a contribution to, like, society. That can work.
Bacon and Lego?
Yeah.
Those are really like the only 2 things though, like the big stereotypical ones where it's just like, Danes, okay, bacon, Lego, what else?
Chewing gum is something that we make.
Okay.
Not the biggest. We build, super tanker ships.
Yeah,
one of the biggest companies in the world doing that. What else? Oh yeah, medical stuff like medicine. We may build that. In the past, it used to be landmines. Not a point of pride at all.
No, not a very good one. Thanks, Anders. Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
See, I was starting to warm up to you, for a minute there. And now,
Landmines.
I just can't look at you anymore.
Awful. Well, we're waiting for the second half to come through here after a 13-2 victory for Dignitas on the first half. Kind of a ridiculous game that we were witnessing just now. So it's hard really to explain, you know. It's all eventually Titan just went full envy and said, "All right, let's just run and shoot everywhere."
You get to that point of no return, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay, that's it, time to go. Just full YOLO with Tech9's no respect, and that's really what they needed all half long.
This is a beautiful map, by the way. You know what someone should do on this map? Someone should like build, you know, map layout into like all these places, and then have like a 32 or like 64 like person deathmatch map where it's like huge, and it's like a permanent respawn deathmatch, right? You just keep going, but you have like all this stuff you can run around in, you know.
Whoa. Okay.
So it wouldn't even matter like where you spawn. You just like, you know, you don't have to find anyone ever. You just spawn in deathmatch.
I'm just all about somebody actually building this in real life. Let's get some mountains going, you know, somewhere in the Swiss Alps maybe.
Yeah, okay, so that's like, you know, like 2016 type major tournament. We build a castle to hold a tournament in.
You know, we build Cobble.
Yeah, why not?
Come on, Valve, make it happen.
I'm sure we've got the money for it.
Sticker money.
Sticker money. It's like,
you know, like Pimp saying, like, I bought a TV and a PS4 and all this stuff today. Thanks, sticker money. It's like, think of us, Valve. Build us Cobble.
Yeah. Somewhere where there's mountains. Has to be authentic.
And not like a single mountain up in Washington. You know, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that North American major.
I'm just waiting for one of them to troll me now.
Tell me a city in the US that should host a major, if it was all up to you. Our producer Matt saying Detroit. We want people.
Yeah,
we want the audience to
live up there.
We want people to live once they're done. You know, being in the major, Matt. Can't have that.
He didn't even hesitate for a second. He was just like, bam. That explains a lot. All right, so going into this pistol round now. First round, obviously, of the second half here, it is the pistol. And Dignitas, they only need 3 rounds to lock this map down, just completely obliterate Titan tonight. And it's been going all, well, according to plan so far, but then in this round, they've certainly taken a lot of damage. Titan challenging them early on in RPK, stopping Dignitas AZ from actually getting a flank going.
How is he in the window like this? Pimp coming through and dropping one, and MSL with a frag as well. It's going to be in the middle. Existence going down now. Shox and Smith, and Shox is running up behind them right now, and Smith's trying to see if he can get a little bit closer here. See Shox looking for the headshot on somebody here, but the bomb is going down, and Dignitas, they actually make it back into this round. It seems Smith with a nice headshot, catching Pimp in the corner. Hasn't reloaded yet. He's going to get that kill. Very well played by Smith. That's really keeping it cool. Some good experienced play coming out. Shox going to get the headshot, but now it's on Kirby 1 versus 1 against Shox. Bomb ticking in front of him, and Kirby just has to hide. He doesn't need to fight this. Shox going to go and just hold it down, and Kirby is right next to him. He's going to go and shoot him in the back. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. The round. And a bit of a screenshot here. Just got to catch that.
Look at that. He's like waiting, you know, just
it's like
some Romeo and Juliet right there.
Yeah, exactly. Ready to serenade someone, you know, sing a song. It's good stuff there. 14-2, and we are moving in to, I mean, what could be the end of this game very soon here. Titan, they obviously buy. That's not a big surprise, is it?
No. And it's not a big surprise either, the Dignitas. They aren't really messing around. They're looking to just clothesline Titan. They've got 4 rifles, a single MAC-10 picked up on AC in case this does drag out. But this is a huge advantage for Dignitas pretty much, and this should be the map. There shouldn't be any way for Titan to come back into this. They have stacked up on the B side though, Titan. And there aren't that many nades. There is a Molotov on Kirby. I'm curious to see where he decides to put that down. Smith's with the scout at the back of Chicken Coop, and he's going to spot the first man and get the tag. And that was the bomb as well. They were leading with the bomb, Dignitas. That's a good way to lose the round.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. Can't do that. Smith is ready with the scout once again. See, now they kind of have to commit to it. They've got 1 grenade, 1 Molotov, and a smoke as well. And they do put it up.
My brain hurts, Anders. Your Danish team is like doing really weird stuff.
Yeah, obviously not a good idea here. Neither is challenging Kirby at this range, but they're going to get some good damage, and he does take a kill. And then Molotov is out. I think he knows that Scream is down there. Are they going to be able to pick up a kill? Scream falling all the way back, and Shox playing towards the A side, just holding it down. So it might be Smith who has to do a lot of work here when they come through with that scout.
He's perfectly placed as well. They don't have any smokes. They don't have any flashes. They don't have any way to get him out of here apart from a bullet. So this could be really tough. Kirby seems like he wants to, yeah, Ace is going to peek. There's the first tag. Smith's already doing the damage. This is so dangerous. This scout could just ruin everything here. Shoxy takes out Kirby, who was low, but AC's there to take out Scream. And now the wallbangs start coming in on the Smiths. There's the pressure, but Smiths and Shox will come through in the end for Titan. And those are the kills that matter. Smiths now all the way up at the top with the most points, but not the most frags for Titan. And Titan, they actually went around off of the back of, well, Dignitas basically gift wrapping it for him.
It's kind of ridiculous. It's not quite, but I mean, it's not far off that Shox has. He basically has as many kills as 3 members of his team. If you combine any 3 almost, it's going to be working out for him. So that's mad, isn't it? Like, he's really trying to carry them back here. He's, in spite of them being so far behind, he's tied top fragging with Pimp. That's Shox for you. I kind of would say about that.
Well, here we go. RPK and Smith's having a field day right now. MSL will be able to take out RPK. Smith's pinned down on the site. Could be a bit dangerous for him, and he will get overwhelmed. MSL and Pimp working well together. And now all of a sudden, MSL just opening this wide. He spots the remaining 2 players as well. Scream somehow finds a kill onto Pimp. But what is this? Do they not realize? Shox reacts just in the nick of time to keep himself alive. And then Scream tapping away at that P90 will be able to pick up the last frag of the round. But that looked very awkward there for a second. Almost as if Shox had no idea that MSL was waiting for him in drop.
It looked like that could have been the much sought-after Tech-9 ace almost, because MSL got the first 3 kills there, but not going to be the case now. 14-4. A ridiculously long comeback here for Titan ahead of them. And this is a challenge that we always talk about, Semler, because it's really hard to get excited for Titan right now, but if they did make the comeback, then it would be exciting. But, you know, can we keep the hype up for like 12 rounds in a row here? It's asking a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that is, exactly. It's a bit of a stretch.
Oh, Existence! Again with the wild and mad spray. At least they're making this interesting here. It almost looked like he was about to get all 5. That's not, you know, that's not pretty Counter-Strike. That's not sexy Counter-Strike. It's just mad.
Yeah, it's brute force, right? There's no subtlety there. There's no art to it. I mean, some art can be like that, though. It's basically like Existence, you know, taking a gallon of paint, chucking it at the wall, and being like, voila, there we go.
The shortcut to art, yeah. It's like one step removed from him just picking up the bullets out of his pocket and throwing them at people.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for us to be the critics here and be like,
die.
Wow, he really was rage-filled. And let's just looking at express his frustration with the current scoreline in this map. And so I felt that, you know, Existence, he was really searching deeply for this frag.
Searching but not finding? You're making fun of art critics.
It's very close, it's very close. Yes, I was.
There's a weird line of work. Schneider going to be down to 25 health here. And again, 2 rounds with Dignitas. 1 good start to a round here, and they might be able to just finish it off here. But Titan, maybe? Let's not write them off yet. We've seen... Actually, we almost haven't seen crazier comebacks, but it might be fun to witness one here.
It's not every day. It's not every day, Anders. But we do have Dignitas. At least now Team Dignitas are starting to work more as a unit. Less of the YOLO approach, more of the team play going on here, looking to trade frags. MSL will open it up by taking out Existence. That was a brave peek, but he gets the job done. And now maybe there's a way here for Dignitas. Exactly. RPK trying to get in to see exactly where they're playing from. He gets wiped out by MSL. 2-man advantage now, and a lot is going to come down to Smiths, the last man alive here on Hen Hunt. Nobody else here to support him. It's all on this guy, and he's getting wall banged to town. They knew exactly where he was.
I think his corpse even sort of like displaying the sheer frustration. Scream and Schneider bumping into each other, almost chest bumping with knives. They should have gone for the knife fight. They should have just been like,
agree.
Okay, let's do it. Scream gonna go down. Shox will definitely fall as well to MSL. But like it almost looked like, you know, sheer frustration. It's just like, look at that face. That's the face that said, you just shot 6 times in a row right through the wall and killed me.
I like the little break the Scandinavian right there, you know, like, you shot me 6 times.
Yeah.
Because in Sweden, guys, the number 6, rather, not the letter, is pronounced sex, which leads to a lot of fun jokes. Ha ha ha.
That's why you're still living there, isn't it? It's like that.
I find reasons to say it like it's
daily input of fun there. I like it.
How many pillows are on that couch? Sex.
That sounds like the worst pickup line of all time. It's like, oh, I'm ready.
How many beers have I had? Okay.
Yeah, we've officially lost it here. It's now 3 versus 3. Camby, MSL, and Pimp are left, trying to see if they can finish this game before Semler loses his mind. And the RPK and Existence Scream on the other side, looking for an 11-round comeback. We are in round 6, though.
I think I've lost it. Yeah, we are. Thank you, Anders. All right, but 3-on-3 here for Dignitas. Match point. They got 10 of them. And they're playing together as a unit as well. So they aren't really putting it down to individual play at this point. A lot of it's going to get done with trade frags, or at least putting themselves in the position to get trade frags and just mow over the defense. Single man holding on this B site once again. That's Existence. Flash goes through, but he's not going to spot anybody. They're really trying to keep him guessing right now. RPK, though, could be the one to ruin dreams here. And yeah, he catches MSL. Perfect time. But then, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Pimp is there with MSL. 2 rifles just completely slam RPK to the ground.
And Scream caught meandering. Maybe, I think this was like a heat stroke. He was out in the sun for too long and he thought, I'll just walk out of cover and stand in the middle of the bomb site. Existence, last man left here, 1 versus 3. And we're looking at a really overpowering victory, 16-5 in favor of Team Dignitas on Cobblestone for the last match of the night. Bit surprised there. I thought this was going to be a close game and might even have sort of said it was going to be like slightly favoring Titan just because how well they played earlier. But I mean, Dignitas, they are pretty good at Cobblestone.
They clearly are, and Schneider only seems to be making them stronger as well, especially with the start that Pimp had. Pimp was just like, yeah, you know, he's taking the cane to him, man. It wasn't pretty. Took the fur coat off and everything.
It's true. Someone should do some photoshopping around that. I feel like, you know.
How many times have I made these jokes?
He's had the name for a long time.
Has the rings on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoes with goldfish in them.
You know, you mess with his girls, he comes after you, man.
Yeah.
All right.
he should call his team that, by the way.
That's what I'm going to do next time. All right, so guys, that is going to wrap up the night actually for us here. You have the scores on your screen now. We've played 4 maps, and we've had some fantastic matches. It is a little bit disappointing that we couldn't have another close one to close things off, but 16-11 to start between Na'Vi and Envy. 16-19 where Envy managed to just beat Virtus.pro in overtime. 16-14 with Titan eking out a win against Virtus.pro. It's been a bit of a rough night for VP. And, well, 16-5 to close things.
Some really, really close games, which is very exciting. Obviously, we do have one more day here this week, the third week.